Would it good be rolling? Hopefully we strolling. This is your homie, N.O.R.E.
What up, it's DJ EFN.
And this is Military Crazy Raw Radio. Make some noise! Now when I tell you we started this show because we always wanted to give our legends their flowers. We don't want something to happen, something to pass away, and then you say how great these people are.
Right.
Both of these brothers are legends, icons, tycoons. Super history with them. But on their own, super legends. I can't believe they got together and did a whole full-fledged album together. I got the link. I might bootleg it. I'm fucking with you. We get straight into the interview because I'm off of this New York Knicks energy. So in case you don't know who the fuck we talking about, we talking about the one and only Common and motherfucking Now, I know you're a big New York Knicks fan. I see you on the ground. I'm gonna be honest. Mm-hmm. Me and you were there last night. It was so funny because Joe was sitting next to me, and he goes, "Yo, you never had Common on the show?" And I goes, "No." He goes, "You know he's right there." I go, "You know, I literally got him tomorrow." He's trying to hook it up, but when I tell you, as a kid, my dreams were crushed every year as a Knicks fan.
Yes. Tell me about it.
I hated Reggie Miller, never met him.
Never met him either.
I hated Michael Jordan, never met him.
Never met him.
I hated certain things. But yesterday, people was telling me, all right, a friend of mine, his name is Duke Payton. Mm-hmm. And he's a scoreboard keeper for the NBA. Like, he works for the whole NBA, so he's neutral. He can't be on this team. He can't be on this team. He doesn't have favoritism because he's neutral. He's a scorekeeper. Mm-hmm. So I called him and I was like, "Yo, I wanna go to Philadelphia to watch the game." And he never stood this quiet in my life. And he was like, "No." Like, he literally told me no. He said, "You gotta go to the Garden."
Yeah, that's what.
And you gotta feel that energy. So let me just tell y'all how ill it was. I land. I get in Alvin Tito. Big up to our brother, our Dominican brother Alvin Tito, who threatened me, told me if I ever go to Dominican Republic, I'll him again. He's gonna stab me. So we get on the side of the highway. We coming from the airport, and his fucking battery gives out. Do you know, this is how much the city is lit. People pulled over and was like, "We gotta hurry up because the Knicks game, man. We gotta get you the fuck up out of here." You called me unity.
Yo, that's beautiful.
Y'all don't have no fucking unity.
We are true New York. We true fans.
Yo.
True fans.
I've never, and now you got to witness that.
That was the reason. That was the reason. You know, I'm from Chicago.
That's right. That's a big up shout out. We know you shout out.
I love New York.
Yes.
But the way to see the Knicks fans,
right?
The way y'all act. When I see Pete, when I see Joe, I just see people. Man, I be like, yo, I can't help but be like, yo, and Jalen Brunson from Chicago. So that's yo. So I got a little, cause Spike said to me yesterday, "What you doing here, blah blah blah." I'm like, first of all, I love basketball. Yo, he tried to gangbang. Yo, I love basketball. I'm like, so I'm like, Spike. First of all, I love the Knicks. I'm excited that y'all doing good. I love to see the energy.
Yeah, bro.
And I'm like, yo, we got a Chicago boy on y'all team. I'm here.
I totally forgot he's from Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I've never been to a playoff game in my life. I mean, we wasn't making the playoffs.
We wasn't barely making it.
2012 crazy, but it's not that crazy.
2012 was our last hoorah.
And I don't know, but yesterday, it was a youth. All right. I know I'm off subject, but we're gonna get to it. Let me just tell you something. I used to watch people who jogged, right? And these people that jog all together, I used to laugh at these people. I was like, these motherfuckers are idiots. Right? Like, why is everyone jogging together? Like, you idiots, right? And then I did it one day with a whole bunch of other people, and we jogged, and then you realize y'all all on the same high.
Yeah.
So basically the same thing with the Garden. I'm watching it on TV, and I'm like, damn, we all kind of like got the same high. But when I got there, okay, now let me give you another story. After they gave us a boost, you know West 4th.
Yeah.
We go through the Holland Tunnel.
Yep.
I pull by West 4th.
Yep.
I rolled down my window for 1 second. The whole West 4th Street was like, get out here, play one-on-one. Like the whole West 4th.
They don't play over there, bro.
And I'm realizing, I'm like, and I'm like, yo, no, I gotta go to the Knicks game. They stopped the whole shit.
Good luck.
Let's get to the Knicks game.
Wow.
Like this is the first time I seen my city have unity.
Yo, I feel you.
That's
You can
dope.
feel the unity, bro.
Yeah, the first time.
And it's amazing. It's amazing. Like, hey, I ain't gonna front. Like when that was the one thing that happened when the Bulls.
Right.
Let me mention too, a lot of the old Knicks when they saw me looking at me like I'm the enemy. I'm like, John Starks and they're like, yo, they thinking about they thinking the Bulls. They like, oh, this nigga, what you doing? I'm like, yo, Starks, what's up, nigga? But one thing that happened for us too, and I see it happening in New York, the unity.
Right.
Man, one thing that when the Bulls was winning.
Right.
Man, it wasn't no shootings, crime went down. People, it was a joy around the thing. And that's something that basketball do, music do, sports they bring. Man, I used to love, like, man, you see, it wasn't no cats wasn't gang banging. They be at home watching it. It didn't matter where you was from. You watching the Bulls, and we all was celebrating. And people was making money, whether you worked at the parking garages or the bars. It was just like, it just lit the city up. And I see New York doing that, so I can't help but enjoy seeing y'all. Y'all fools, bro. Y'all fools, but it kind of
Let me just tell you something. Me and Fat Joe's on one place, Busta Rhymes is on another place, and we doing the same exact thing. Like, we can't help it. We like, your inner kid just comes out. So let's get to this, right? Everyone knows Pete Rock. Super phenomenal producer. All the accolades in the world. Like, why did y'all come together at this point to make this album?
Yeah, well, Pete Rock is one of the greatest musicians, producers, arrangers. Like, not just in hip hop, man. Like, when you create a sound like that lasts forever. That's like people respect. Like Miles Davis and Charlie Parker, Earth, Wind and Fire, they produce music that lasted forever.
Yeah,
Pete Rock has done that. And it's like what I noticed about, because during the pandemic, I just started like listening just to 90s hip hop, man. I was just and on my workout list and all that was a lot of Pete Rock joints, and I was like, man, this dude is one of our greatest. And all this stuff going on around the celebration. We had talked about connecting before even the 50th celebration, but during the 50th celebration, it was like, I was just coming back from filming this Silo TV show on Apple, anyway. But but I was like, Pete, he had been sending me some beats, but once I got back, I was like, man, let's do this for real. Like, let's do a project. And for me, like being around hip hop, like I sat in Yankee Stadium and the show that they had, and it was like I performed on it, but I watched it.
You talking about the Hip Hop 50?
The Hip Hop 50.
Okay.
Yo, I sat in the audience for 5.5 hours. I ain't never did that in no show.
Wow.
I'm seeing Fat Joe, I'm seeing Mobb Deep, seeing Lil
Nas,
Kim, Nas, Lauryn Hill, Snoop, Ice Cube. It was incredible. And I was like, man, this art form is still alive. I love it. Like the joy that we felt at that concert. I was like, people still thirst for this feeling.
So that's when you got the idea of y'all getting together?
We had already started cooking, but it just inspired it more. The idea was just like, man, I want to make some music that I really love and that just speaking to me, because after listening to so much of what I was listening to, like I was like, man, this music is still existing in us. It's not gone. No. And we could do something new. Like when you hear the music, it's like we ain't do nothing that's like throwback. It just got the spirit of what that music.
It's hip hop.
It's hip hop.
It's a real collaboration between
And it's
you guys.
new. It's hip hop and it's new.
And I could tell most of it, y'all was together.
Yeah.
Like I could tell. Like it doesn't feel like y'all was emailing.
We wanted the aura of the '90s. That's it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm a new Pete Rock, so I'm doing stuff. But you'll hear some stuff that you'd be like, oh, okay, I remember. You know, it'll give you some memories of what I used to do.
Right.
But you know, it's new. You know what I'm saying? It's new music.
Hell
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
So let me ask you, because recently I've seen Nas post on the gram.
Yep.
And he posted a picture of I guess he's trying to say Illmatic, and the only person that was missing from the picture was notably
I was late.
Oh, okay, all right, cool, all right.
And you know, in this business, you know what I'm saying, things like that happen because I be making beats at home and sometimes don't realize the time.
Right.
And I'm like, that was the issue. I was making beats and I looked at my watch and I was like, oh damn. And I just got in my car and
Wow.
That's
but
why.
y'all in communication, because we heard the rumors of you suing him and things like that.
Nah,
yeah.
that wasn't never happening.
Okay,
it was just, you know how it is in the business when it's like, hey, my people, my management noticed this, and I just said, hey, help me get it. That's all. That's all it was. You know what I'm saying?
That's beautiful.
But the media makes it
Right.
something else. You know?
Right.
That's some of the most beautiful music ever.
Let me just say something. Let me just say something. I was hurt when I heard it, because let me just tell you something. When I heard Illmatic, I was in jail. I was a child in jail.
Yeah.
But that was like reading a Donald Goins book to me. It was almost better than reading a Donald Goins book, because I knew what he was talking about, and I could smell the alleys. I could smell the world is yours. Like I could smell how you made it. I could smell how I never want and by the way,
you didn't know Nas yet.
I didn't know Nas.
Yeah, you didn't?
Yeah, I didn't know him.
So that's even crazy.
I saw him, but he wasn't not. Actually, Akinelli was the bigger figure at this time.
I remember.
It was Akinelli and Nas running together, and we used to have something called the Large Pro. We used to have something called Brooklyn Queens Day, and I remember Akinelli brought him out. Then I got locked up, and then I heard this album called Illmatic, which I couldn't visually see, but I visually saw it because it was the first time I was like, "Whoa, this is what I want to do."
Familiarity.
I was like,
that album, man, I think for any MC and really any artist is definitely like one of the greatest pieces of art that the world has seen.
I'm using your lighter.
Got you. And man, as a writer, I was like, man, I hadn't heard anybody describing things
me neither.
like that. And you being from the bridge, being from Queens, like
left, right, boy,
left, right, Queens.
Right down the block.
You being from Queens,
Down the block.
right down the block. But y'all knew what Queens was like about. But that was one of the things I loved about that album, and I loved about just hip hop is like people could describe where they was from, and you could
put you there. Like NWA put you in Compton,
Yeah, exactly. They took you to Compton, and then eventually Outkast took you to Atlanta or something. Nas took us.
He took us.
It's like watching a movie, bro. It's like watching a really good movie listening to Illmatic.
It is. Now I'm changing the subject a little bit, because this is the hottest topic in hip hop.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Is Drake and Kendrick Lamar. But you traded bars with Drake.
Yes, sir.
Right? At one point, I remember you called him Canada Dry. I was like, I didn't even know you could I didn't know you could use a soda to diss somebody. I was like, holy shit. He's like, you just Canada Dry. I said, wait a minute. I like Canada Dry. How is it? So you've been in one of the most classic battles ever too. But let's stick to nowadays.
Right.
Yep.
I didn't see this coming at all. Pause. Right.
Yeah.
Me either.
We see J. Cole release his.
Yeah.
Then we see Kendrick, and then Kendrick just kept going.
Yeah.
Gemini.
You blaming on a Gemini? I'm married to a Gemini.
Yeah, bro. Y'all so crazy. I love it.
Come on, man. Gemini.
I literally,
One of my favorites.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm gonna be honest, and I know I'm being a little elongated. I remember us having to like almost, I don't want to say convince Nas, but we was like, got a lot of cars, little jewelry, but none of that things can't fool with me. We was like, man, he talking about you. Right. And it took Nas a while, right? To like actually, in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
But with Kendrick and Drake, it was almost like the game put them together, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say brown skin and light skin because that's like so cliche.
Yeah.
But and it's so simplistic. But these are the two top heavyweights of the new generation.
Yes, sir.
And it started before they were the top.
Yep.
Because it started like 10 years ago.
Did you enjoy this? Both of y'all.
I'm Team Kendrick all day.
Okay.
Nothing against Drake.
Right.
But
Okay.
I just feel his energy, that Gemini shit, man.
Like, guys are bad.
Listen,
Gemini gang is serious.
He Gemini game. I love Gemini. Yo, it's some cold Geminis in music from Kendrick,
Pac,
Biggie,
Lauryn Hill,
Andre.
Andre 3000, CeeLo,
P Rock. Like, it's like, man. But I gotta say this though. For me, I always thought Kendrick was just like in any generation one of the top MCs. Like, cause his albums, like he really be doing different styles. He don't do the same thing with his albums. So I always have, just, man, this dude is one of the dopest to me.
Yes.
And then for me, Drake was like, is super talented and know how to make his songs.
Yep.
And I honor that. When he want to rhyme, he can rhyme.
No, he got the MC in him,
Rhyme.
Yeah.
So when they started the battle, it was like, to me, it was a heavyweight fight. I was like,
It was.
I was like, yo.
Was.
Okay, well, what Kendrick go say? Like, it's Kendrick. And then Kendrick came back, boom, boom. It was just, to me, it was like one of the, so many battles because we grew up in it. Some are dearer to me.
Right.
It's one of the best battles hip hop has ever seen.
And when you can make a hit record out of a diss track, you got it.
Yo, let me just tell you something. You just literally said what I was about to say. Let me just tell you. It's something about listening to Hot 97 in Hot 97. And excuse me, I know for you motherfuckers that don't know it's something about listening to your home radio station when you're home.
Yes.
So I landed, me and my wife, and I just say to the car service guy, put on Hot 90. I literally said 97.1. I didn't even say Hot 97. I sounded mad white. I was like, can you put on 97.1? And he puts the shit on, and that's all I hear is the diss records.
Wow.
And I'm like, these is in rotation.
Yes. Yes.
Like,
that's good for hip hop.
Yes, it is. It's very good for
I
hip
didn't
hop.
realize it until I actually heard it. Like, I was like, hold up. Drake shit is in rotation. Kendrick shit
And
is
they
in
control the
rotation.
rollout. Today's different from before, where maybe you needed the radio station to hit, but now they would drop it on YouTube. They would drop it on the DSPs. Whatever they 5 minutes after the next one,
Exactly.
you eliminate that.
Yep.
I actually really, because like I said, I love taking myself out of hip hop and watching hip hop as a fan.
Yeah.
And I got to hear A$AP Rocky record. I got to hear a Future record. I got to hear a Drake record. I got to hear a Kendrick record, and I got to hear it in rotation. And I was just like, holy shit. I wish we could have did that. I would have been dissing niggas a long time ago.
Hey, but you know what was dope for me? Like, I had, my homies would send me every new song that was coming out.
Right.
And it'd be niggas from whatever generation.
Right.
Just send me, and it was like, damn, this is hip hop. We all like paying attention. And like, we listening to the lyrics.
That's what I think is dope about
Cats
it.
are talking about these lyrics, man. And for both of them, to be honest, to come with a concept diss song, like I know,
5 of them though. Like 5 of them.
But like for when Drake did the Pac thing, I'm not, I'm not one to feel like, yo, if somebody has passed, I don't know if I would want to use
I
that.
don't want that.
But I still thought conceptually,
It was creative.
Like, damn,
It was
creative.
That shit is ill.
Yeah.
And then when Kendrick came with the Meet the Grounds, I was like, damn, that's creative, man.
Nice.
To do a diss
Shout
record
out to
and
Alchemist.
That, your family.
That's it. I was like,
That shit's crazy.
ooh, and people was like, did it go too far? So I'm like, bro, in a diss, I don't feel like the only thing that's off for me,
family.
It only is not family, because Meet the Grounds was amazing. That's
Okay.
that shit one of the dopest. Family ain't off for me.
Right.
But if somebody has passed or somebody, I ain't gonna play with I gotta honor that because I don't. that's somebody's life, man.
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
but if I'm talking shit about your family, that's part of, that's part of the war. It's war.
Part of the war.
So let me ask you, Pete.
Yeah.
Have you ever produced a diss record and then the artists that they diss get mad at you
Of
when you
course.
really don't got nothing to do with it?
Of course, Ice Cube was a little upset with me. Of course he was.
Get to the point.
I wasn't ready. Okay, describe this. Tell us. He took a shot of red wine. I like that. Wait.
You produced the bitch in you?
Yeah.
I didn't even know
He
that.
produced the bitch in you. Man, he produced.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, I did not know that. I did not know that.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
This man had me feeling bad.
Okay. No,
Like, yo, he was
First of-
angry. He was upset. He was like,
Hold on,
"Hey,
you're going too fast. Hold on.
All right, sorry,
Okay, first of all, okay, let's go back to you. But hold on, because Common, this man made No Vaseline, right?
One of the best
Yeah.
One of the
diss records
hardest-
of all time.
Yes.
So how the fuck does Common and Ice Cube catch beef? How does I don't remember.
You don't remember how that?
It was West Side Connection.
Okay, no. So what happened? First of all, like I grew up listening to KRS, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, Ice Cube,
Right.
Too Short. Like it wasn't no like being in Chicago. We was listening to all of them.
Right.
You know, I gravitated to who I gravitated to.
Right.
But so I wrote I Used to Love Her,
Right.
and I used to love her about the evolution of hip hop, and I used a woman to describe hip hop.
One of the most creative records of all time.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
One of my favorite records. Damn, I never told you this. That's one of the records I fell in love with hip hop.
That was the joint.
Dude,
That was the
you know what? I
joint.
never told you this. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, that record still hits.
It's champagne.
That's right.
Because I don't know the story, so please.
So listen, Q was at some point. It's crazy because I remember when I first even realized he dissed me. I was at a show in Chicago.
Wait, hold on. Because you said when you used to love her, when you said the West Coast part, he did.
Yeah,
he didn't like. Yeah, he was.
I mean, it was kind of crazy the way you
I
said it.
said she broke to the
got
West
gangsta.
Coast.
She got
I said she broke to the West Coast, and that was cool. Around the same time I went away to school. I'm a man that was expanding. Who am I to stand in her way? She probably get her money in L.A. And she did stuff. She got big pub.
Oh, it didn't sound as bad now.
She said that the pro-black was going out of style. So I was just talking about how we was losing the pro-blackness, and it wasn't all because of the West Coast.
Right.
I was just talking about if you really want to know one of the things that really made me write I Used to Love Her, I honestly was watching some East Coast artists imitating the West Coast, and it made me be like, nah, that ain't this shit. This shit ain't right. We the tribes. I know what New York is like because New York is representing that tribe.
Yes.
We know what the West Coast is like.
And now it's worse than ever.
So I was like,
You predicted this shit.
I wrote that. So listen. So I was like, man, I definitely didn't want to diss. In fact, I had Cube's new record in the video. Like I was honoring a lot of the hip hop. So one day I'm sitting about to do a show. I'm in the car with my homie Rasan and King T. King T from the West Coast.
Yeah,
and somebody said, yo, Cube dissed you on this song. So we playing the song. And I'm listening. I'm like, damn, this nigga dissing me. And King T was like, nah, he ain't dissing you. He ain't dissing you. I'm like, this nigga dissing me.
And was it West Side Connection though, right?
It was on the West Side Connection record. Q was like, first of all, I was like, King T, how you gonna not say this is a diss? He said, all you niggas want to diss the Pacific, but you niggas never get specific. I used to love her, mad cause we fucked her.
Yeah.
Pussy whip bitch with no common sense. That was direct. So, I mean, my first reaction was like, damn, Ice Cube know who I am. And then I was like,
You was mad.
I was mad. I got mad. I was mad for sure. And I was like, man. And then I saw them popping off at on like Rap City one time with Big Les. And then I saw them in Atlanta. I saw West Side Connection, Mac 10, and I was with my homies. And I think they just was like thinking I'm just a backpack nigga, but I'm with my guys.
Right.
And they hollered out something. We hollered out something. We like, what's up? We here. And I think they knew, like, okay, this dude a real dude. But then I was like, I remember spitting the rhyme. I wrote the bitch in you. I wrote the first verse to these KRS instrumentals. And I had the first verse, and I was going out rapping when I was out with De La. I did it on the West Coast and everything. And a lot of people cats didn't want to mess with the beat. But
I was scared. I was scared after I heard them.
You still with the shit.
But listen, I hooked up with Pete. Pete, tell him like when we connected that day, you said I was mad when you took me to the
Angry. I didn't even make the beat at my house. I didn't even make the beat at my house.
So he comes to see you in the studio. Is this Green Street studio?
No, he came to the hood.
Yeah.
And first I had to
he
calm
was
him
mad.
down and drive him around the hood. Like, yo, let's go get something to eat. Let's go see some women. Let's go, introduce you to some people. Right? And then we went to my man's house where he had a stack of records. I'm going through the records and I'm like, I see this record, start playing it, and I heard this loop. And I was like, Then he heard it. Then he was like, yo, Pete, do something with that. Then
But you knew that he was going to make a diss record. You knew that. You knew that. Okay.
At this point, yeah, because I already drove him around and did what I was like, you gonna get this nigga or what? So, and then we just, he heard the loop. Then I got these drums. I made it at my man Rob O's house, who's a member of this group called I&I. A record I made called Fake and Jacks.
Right.
Did it at his house, and he had records and equipment, and I just came up with the beat, and Common stopped bopping his head like, "Yo, this one right here, maybe this the first beat I made, because I was gonna make beats, but the first one I made, he picked it, and said, I'm gonna run with this one."
Let me ask you,
and that's when I wrote the second verse to it after he made that beat.
Let me ask you, because Ice Cube was like a hard opponent to go against.
Yeah.
Like, how do you gas yourself up, or how do you come up with that? Because I ain't gonna lie, and this is me being 100%.
Yeah.
If Ice Cube might have dissed me, I might have let it ride. I'm like, fuck it, man. Let me see. You got me. I'll fight. I don't mind. I don't want to bar with Ice Cube. He's one of those MCs. But so what's going through your mind when you sitting there? You you about to go get one of the greatest of all
MC.
time.
And like y'all said, No Vaseline is
that was one of the coldest.
And Death Certificate is one of the illest albums ever.
He's one of the greatest MCs of all time. But I was just like, man, I'm gonna have to light him up, man.
Right.
I believed in myself, man. Like, I sat down and
Started with the title, man.
Starts with belief.
The title was great.
Yo, I was like, yo, and the bitch in you, and then I was like, man, I just knew I could do what I needed to do on the battle, and I wasn't gonna go around. I'm going direct, straight. Like this how we battle. This how you know who it's coming to,
right.
And I just felt, to be honest, that I had enough because I was a fan of his. I had enough things I could I was using a lot of things that he had done. But let me be clear now. Cube is my guy. I've been in his movie, one of his barbershop movies. Got ultimate respect for him. And we were grateful that Minister Farrakhan at the time brought us all together.
Bring you together.
Man,
is that because how serious it was getting, though?
At the crib.
That was
Farrakhan house.
Yeah, Farrakhan.
Because I feel like he doesn't get involved unless something serious is about to go down.
He brought us together literally like a week after Biggie got killed.
Wow.
He was like, yo, this Pocket already died.
Wow.
Pocket got killed.
Wow.
Biggie died. He brought us together, and Cass was like, we just like, man, we ain't trying to die. We want to live.
Right.
Like this is something for us to live. I'm a battery, but you young at the time. You don't know what's gonna happen. And it's for real. But I like when it's just on wax, man.
Yeah.
Is it true the first time you performed it, or you performed it in LA, was one of the first times?
Yeah, one of the times I performed it in LA.
Yep.
What was crazy was
that. Was it Mac Clinton?
Oh, he was there at the Gavin. Y'all remember the Gavin? Mac Tindon was at the Gavin.
Oh,
And it's all love with Mac Tindon now. But that said, I was on the West Coast. I was like, whatever's gonna happen, gonna happen. I was in that type of mentality. And then, and what's crazy, I was on the show, and it was West Coast. It was at the House of Blues. And man, I just was like, man, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. My father was even there.
Oh,
it's gonna be what
That's
it's gonna
the
be.
only diss record I've ever produced, ever. Like that's
You were probably like, that's it, I'm done with this.
that's it.
Yeah.
Like, that was potent. That's good enough for me. I'm good.
Right.
It's a classic.
Yeah, but
Goddamn, let's make some noise.
I only.
I ain't gonna lie, that was crazy at that time. I'm like,
Everybody.
and like you said,
Thought
you
that.
were looked at like a backpack rapper.
Yeah,
so a
point
lot of
blank.
people didn't think you was going,
Yeah.
for lack of a better term, come this hard. Like,
Yeah.
You came hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Super hard.
And I don't think none of us saw that.
Yeah. Nah, I ain't gonna front. That was a lot of niggas that wasn't like fucking with me or just like, he one of them backpack dudes. I done had dudes come up to me and be like, man, when I heard the bitch in you, I was like, okay, all right. Like, they respected me at that point. But, you know, sometimes it does that. The battles can get that out of you. It's like in sport and in a lot of things, you know, but and even we saw that with the battle that just happened. Like, because, I mean, to me, when you deliver in a battle too, it just kind of raises your artistry up in a way. Because it's like, okay, I can make these records. I can make a record about a woman. I can make a record about what life is treating me. I can make reminisce. So I can make, but I can also get into this and into this battle, to this war, and do what I need to do. Yeah.
Now your name been brought up so many times on this show, right? Especially, I want to get back into the Drake thing just lightly a little bit, because what was the Drake thing over?
So the Drake thing was more like, I ain't into like what you said, like when y'all was telling Nas, man, I think he dissing you.
Right.
I felt like Drake was sending me a couple of shots.
Subliminals?
So subliminals. He was sending
y'all be at the light skin karate class.
I think it started, I don't know what motivated him to send me some shots, but I think what for sure had me, if I'm just being real, like, you know, we mess with one of the same girls, blah, 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 the same story. Yeah, same story that you hear a lot about it. So, you know, wars happen over women. Wars happen over women. That's just what it is. I mean, but I ain't the type that's I ain't gonna get at you if, you know, if you with somebody I was with, I don't know, that's the dude. But if you start throwing me a couple of little, you know, you trying to throw some jabs.
Like the rap.
You know,
the rap.
Yo, and I'm like, come on, man. Okay. And then once I found, once I felt like they really dropped, I remember they dropped the Stay Scheming, and my homie called me Black Coffee. And he was like, man, he talking to you on that. And at that point I was like, man, I can't even. I just gotta
over the girl.
I just gotta.
I think you're mad.
No, it wasn't even a girl.
See the shot on Stay Scheming.
We couldn't tell, like, cause that's what. So that's why I was like, no. We couldn't tell, so that's why I was like, hey, I'm gonna let you know, like right now. This what. So if you coming at me,
you're like,
you gonna know who it is. I'm coming at you. I'm coming.
And it was great. It was great. That rap was great.
And it was crazy is N.O.R.E. At that point, shout out to N.O.R.E.
Shout out to N.O.R.E.
He was like, cause I had all these bars, and he was like, bro, you can't go that hard. Just wait, cause it might be another round. And he was like, the younger generation don't go that hard. And I was like, what? And then, cause all I know is to go all out. If we in a fight, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna pick up what I gotta pick up.
Bitching you too.
But when he told me that, I was like, okay. So I took out a few lines, blah, blah, blah. But, and then, you know, we had it, and I eventually saw Drake face to face, and I was at a point where I was like, what's up? And we had little words, and then
it's over.
And then his father was there and was like, y'all need to squash this. And I was like, man, this is an elder talking to me. This is man's father. Let me chill out. And then Drake just was like, we talked, and he was like, man, I ain't on this, blah, blah, blah. So we just squashed it. I was like, listen, if we face to face and it ain't nothing, then all right, I'm done. Even if it was some subliminal distance, I said what I had to say.
Yep.
Right now, we saying we squashing it, we good. So I've been good since then.
Listen.
You know what I think is trash is when people see each other face to face and then do it after they see it.
Don't over battle. That's what I say to artists. Don't over battle. Do it for the fun. You know, try to stay in respectable. You know.
Yep. Right. I mean, that's the only thing that I'm seeing like right now, and I don't want to say the people names, certain people. Sometimes you go too far.
Yeah.
Like I always, if I have a battle with you, or if we battling, and we don't hate each other, there's always room to fix it.
Yep. Yeah.
But when you start saying certain things about certain shit, when you can't fix that. You can't fix it. So
you say something personal.
I don't like that part. But I do love battling. I do love like you know. Face to face, you know,
history.
Like history, like
Kumo D, you know
I love
what I'm saying?
that.
Like that type of shit. Kane Rakim, you know what I mean?
All right. I love that, but this new generation, they're bad. They're bad.
And social media changed everything too.
That's what it was.
Like,
social media changed it all.
I'm glad my battles didn't like happen a lot during the social media age, because you gotta you gotta add that element to it, and which I think they did Kendrick and Drake did it smart. Like they was like had strategy.
Yeah, they used it. It was art of war shit going on there.
Everybody's a private investigator.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Everybody got private investigators. Are they private investigators or they have private investigators? I don't know, but like
it's probably both.
Like they bringing up pictures.
Took it up a notch.
In the Reddit files and shit.
They done took it up a notch.
Okay, let's. I'm gonna switch it.
We're gonna get to peace.
Huh? Yeah, we gonna get to peace. No, because you know what? I needed you to talk about this. I needed, and especially you, Pete, because you're very non-confrontational. You're very you're not about that, and you're not about that.
Yeah, I know.
But the fact is that you both, and I did not remember. I knew that you did produce that, but I didn't remember.
I didn't know that.
You knew it.
I knew it, but I forgot.
Okay.
And when AFN's face turned red,
is it widely known? I didn't know this, man.
Yeah.
Okay, but look,
a lot of people.
Before we change the subject. When did you see Ice Cube? What did he say to you?
He said, "Oh, Pete, come on, you good, bro? You good."
Ultimately, Cube had to respect.
Yeah.
Like, when it was all done.
That shit is over with, Pete. It's all good.
It's crazy when we was doing the barbershop movie
in the Chi-Town.
Well, we filmed it in Atlanta, but it's based in Chicago.
Yeah, of course.
So. Cube, at one point we was about to, it was crazy because it's like a movie. At one point we was just about to have a talk on how it all, like, as soon as we started talking, he got a phone call, and it was like we never discussed.
That was Jesus. That was Jesus' call. Let's keep it positive energy.
Yeah. Now we didn't. When we was talking about it, wasn't like it was just like. It was almost like one of the moments, like, you got into it with somebody, you're like, look, man, this is why I even came at you like this, blah, blah, blah. But we ain't even get to that point.
He didn't want to talk about it. That's what it was.
You know why it's water under the bridge.
Yeah,
and it's history. It's a part of history.
His whole attitude about it was like,
it was years. It was 20 years later.
But I mean, it's good history, hip hop history that everybody can go back and
let's be clear.
Yeah.
I still feel like Cube got a little bit of pettiness in him.
Yeah, I would never battle him. I would never battle him.
One of our biggest arguments on Drink Champs is, which I love, I'm just inviting Tony Yayo back just for him and EFN to argue.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. It was an argument. You down for it? No, you not down playing this shit. He
like my favorite, man.
He looked, and the thing.
Yep, I just saw it.
EFN, a lot of people don't know he's actually from LA, but that doesn't. Born in LA, but that doesn't. Make his decisions because of that.
Right.
He's really an Ice Cube fan.
Yeah.
And Yayo is really a Biggie fan.
Yes.
And when Yayo was saying, he was like, you've never felt when Biggie dropped.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes. To Yayo. But I agree with everything he says about
I agree too. I agree too.
Cube is in my list. He's top.
Yeah.
But that was like the most quietest I've ever been on Drink Champs. I agree with both sides. And I said, I don't want no part.
I wish Biggie lived long enough to have the discography that Cube had. It just didn't happen.
I think
you know what?
Biggie
I got to see America's Most Wanted go down in Green Street because that's where Ice Cube produced. That's
the
what
Bomb
Ice Cube
Squad
did. He did that album in New York.
Man.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
by the way, let's pick up to Pete Rock. You brought me to Green Street. And by the way, let me tell you another thing that you probably don't know.
Okay.
Is me and Pun, and you were on that record.
I'm on the record with you, man.
Me and Pun had made a vow that we was going to start doing people's records and doing these features. I didn't even know.
I requested you though.
Yes, I got you. Let me. So that was the first time me and Pun had been but we had never been in the studio together. And I remember this Green Street studio. It's a famous picture of me and you. I was skinny. I got to get back to my life together. I was skinny with the Cartier glasses. And I remember, and I never told you this neither. I remember just me. That was also the quietest I've ever been. I just looked at you and said, what do I need to do? And you said this, and that. And I did not.
We got you on video.
Yes, this is on video. Listen, comment. I did not argue. I did everything to the T. I did not want him, like, this is Pete Rock. I did not want him. By the way,
worried.
Hold on.
I wasn't
Let me
worried.
give you the flowers. This was a testing point for me.
Yeah.
As my career, like, Pete Rock called, and I was like, did he call?
Yeah.
I was like, we had beepers and shit back then. So I was like, Pete Rock called, and it was like, yo, this is Green Street Recording Studios. I remember I called Averex.
Yep.
And I was like, yo, I gotta have an Averex. I gotta look good.
Came with that
I gotta look good.
And I was asking you about it, and I was like, where you get that jacket from?
Yeah, oh, that's right. And I was like, and I remember I had just came from out here. I forget, I don't know the door, but that shit was a legendary moment in my life. And you saw it.
Come on, man.
You saw it in me. Like,
yes.
you were one of the first that. This is real shit. This is real shit. And you on the fucking.
That's wild.
And you on the fucking. How the fuck is this making 360?
That's what I do. I bring people together with good music. Good music brings people together.
As you were saying that, I fast forward to where we are now, and I was thinking, like, to be honest, like, working with Pete for me now was like, yo, as much as I'm used to being a solo artist, I'm a solo artist, so, and not many producers, sometimes they just give you the beat and they let you go. And Pete did that, some of that. He did that. But I really appreciated when he would guide me too. If someone right, he would be like, yo, I need you to do this. Like, let's straighten this out. Let's do that. And it felt like,
that's being a producer.
That's a producer. I felt that.
He a smooth nigga too. He gonna say it's smooth.
Yeah.
He'll be like,
but when he mean it, you know when he mean it though.
I make you do it 8 times.
Yeah, exactly. But I love that, and to me, that's iron sharpens iron. Like you, like, okay, man, this record gonna come out better. This song gonna come out better because he putting that type of soul and energy into it. And when you were saying like us being able to get together. For me, I was like, damn, I'm sitting here with Pete Rock. He playing records. I'm hearing records that he like. You want to use this and that. Watching him chop up something. Let's try these ideas. Man, what we always loved about this music, I kind of got to do on this album. Like just sitting down, rocking.
It's a great experience. Everyone should experience.
Yeah, man. It's just
if you're an artist, then working in the physical is way better than emailing somebody some beats and some shit like that. You know?
That's when I felt the album.
You heard what he just said?
No, that's when I knew.
You heard what he just said?
Yeah.
That's where the success is at.
Yo, that's when I felt like, that's when I knew we could make a project that's special because it was coming out to his crib and sitting there and him going through music and then even him sending me records I was like, this is the process that has always been the best when I'm working with a producer. That's how I got to work with Dilla when it was with Ye. It was when me and Pete. Everybody got their own special connection, but it's also too just the bond. Like I ain't into just people sending me music and then I do the song and I ain't never met the person. I was on this dude. I was on Corday's. I was on this Corday record and I had never met the producer. I'm on the plane and he tell me, yo, you on one of my records. I'm like, this shit is it's strange to me. It's like that ain't like, yo.
It's crazy.
It's like you did something so intimate and don't even know
we do a lot of work, but you know what I'm saying? I know we do a lot of work, but sometimes, it gets lost.
Yeah.
You don't remember. Like, oh shit, I did that.
I was about to say me and EFN have this argument all the time, but we don't. We have Major and Independent. I always say I like Major, and he says he likes Independent. But when I say Major, the reason why I say I like Major is because I can have the budget to fly this artist in if he's not. If he's
Man,
in
you just added that to this equation. That's what I mean. Okay. I'll let you go with that.
You developing your
Today, make more sense today. But that's the reason why I pick Major because if I want to work with Common, And back then, we had an 8-inch rail. I would have to go to Chicago and go work with him. And me and Pete Rock get on the flight, like how we was on a flight together today, and get to the flight and we produce it. That's why I picked Major more, is because of the access of that finances that provides
that you got to recoup.
What you got to recoup, of course, yes. But that's the reason why I always pick Major, is because of that. Like, and I also always pick analog. I like analog more than digital. You know what I mean?
Had your experience with analog, coming to see people like me and Premiere and all these other producers that worked with analog. It's the most important sound in music. Period. That gave you that fat, like that.
It captures the energy in the room.
Beef in the music, bro.
And it's the soul in that analog too.
Like, I didn't know how to punch in. I didn't know.
There's the era where you didn't punch in. Like,
it wasn't your
Super
job.
Thug is a one. What? It's a one way.
Super Thug in one take.
It's a one take.
If you never heard it, you got to tell them about the hook.
Oh yeah, the hook is what? That's how I counted bars. What?
He was counting his bars with that.
What?
We said
I said it a bunch of times.
I was telling you, everyone got a method to their.
Yo, that shit is.
That's the one.
You didn't mean it to be the hook.
Yeah, I didn't mean. I was nervous.
That's crazy.
I was nervous as hell.
That's crazy.
But I gotta say something about that though. Because Pete always, we be talking about James Brown, right? And man, the fact that you just ad-libbed that was just like just coming, you just what I'm saying. This is my thing. But it became something so like that's one of the biggest joints in hip hop.
You hear something funny about James Brown?
What?
I met James Brown at Pharrell. Ironically, it was a BMI Awards for Pharrell and Justin Timberlake. And I walked over to James Brown. I was like, "Hey man, so nice to meet you." And I could tell he did not know who the fuck I was, right? But his nephew or whoever leaned over and was like, "That's the rapper. That's the rapper." And he turned around. He was like, "Keep sampling my shit." Niggas is feeding James Brown. You got to think about it. All the early records of hip hop.
No, he's one of the most sampled.
The most sampled. But so he don't care if you a rapper. He think you sampled him.
He's the most sampled, but he has some albums that people ain't listening and they ain't touching. These James Brown songs, like there's other songs that I know, but I'm just saying.
I still need a beat,
I don't care. It's hip hop. Just, you know what I mean? Like make beats and do whatever.
But that feeling of what I'm saying is what like Super Thug is like. It's a feeling too. Like that's what we got in them records. And James Brown, he ain't like hit me on the one. That ain't like he rehearsed that. He just in there giving the feeling. So that honestly, what's crazy is on the song "The Light" for me. Like, one of the most said lyrics for me on the song "The Light," which is love song, blah blah blah, is when I say "ticka-tie, ticka-tie, ticka-ticka-tie." Now, what's crazy is I didn't have my verse finished, so I just was like "ticka-tie, and then
some N.O.R.E. shit right there.
I'm saying it was like, and then when I tried to change it and write something, it just didn't feel right.
It didn't feel right.
And then
you didn't plan on keeping that, is what you're saying.
I didn't plan on keeping it. It was like a reference take, and I never did a take that was better. So I just left it in the ticka-tie. And to this day, when I perform that song,
the whole crowd.
That's what the crowd say the most. Ticka-tie, ticka-tie. And when I heard that, I was like,
that's the magic of the ether, man.
It's the feeling. It's the ether. It's the divine just coming through.
That was some N.O.R.E. / Pootie Tang shit right here.
You know what? What all of us do is magic, bro.
Yep.
He does, what I do, it's all magic.
Yep. That's why me and EFN kind of started this show, is because to me, if you participated in hip hop, you're a fucking hero. To a certain extent. Like you know how hard it is for you to be famous or have famous or whatever version of you is. We could never take our costume off. Like I envy the construction worker. I envy the McDonald's worker who takes off their uniform. Like I envy them. Like I look at them.
Take it off.
And I always think about like hip hop artists, man. Is like they superheroes in so many ways because think about this. You took your life and where we come from. You took your life and gave it to people, and people want to be like that. It affected their lives.
That's called inspiration.
Inspiration, bro. You like that. That's the Creator working through you, and you just did what you were supposed to do. And people like, think about how many people have listened to you, been affected, and you just took your aura. You just giving your aura in the song, like every experience you give, and that's what's so dope about hip hop, because we ain't got, we don't have the polish of the pop and all that. You know, meaning like,
I know
nobody is coached you into how to be you. Like where you see some artists, you like, okay, they went through that through that machine, and that's how, you know, they become the big boy bands or whatever.
And it's those rough edges that make hip hop special.
Make hip hop special. And, and it's so true.
And also mistakes made in the studio. It's like, oh shit, leave it in there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and people, you know, obviously people in certain genres of music, they don't, like when I get to perform sometimes with the symphonies and stuff, and the orchestras, and I'm like, man, it's two different worlds. I appreciate being able to have all the strings and blah, 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 but it's such a rigid thing, and I'll be bringing them to our world as much as possible.
Bro.
And it's like, hip hop is like that what you just said, the mistakes, the freedom, the revolution in it. It's like, man, this is, I'll be like, man, thank you, God, for putting me in hip hop. Honestly, but even in, you know, to be honest, even on if going into the acting world, people say to me, yo, you're a rapper, so you should be able to act. Nah, I don't believe that. It's a different discipline. But being able to go and like do what we experience, y'all know what it takes for us to make these records, to go get these records heard, to go into the club. I remember, man, we used to have to go to the radio station early in the morning, go to the barbershops, go to the club because the DJ
remember promotional tours?
You got to go to all sides of Mom Pop and George's Music Room.
Promotions where you don't get paid.
Promotional tours, you don't get paid for that. But it's on there for like
that
months.
That type of work, man, is like, to me, like it shaped you for like a lot of stuff that we need to go into in business and all type of shit, you know?
You know you fucking me up right now, right? Because you know what's the crazy thing? My next question was to both of y'all. My next question was, because sometimes I'm scared to speak to the younger generation. I don't know if this makes sense, but let me try to make it make as much sense as it can. Like what you just said, I want the next younger artist to hear that from you.
Right.
But this generation that came, and I'm gonna say it, and they're gonna be mad at me. They're like dumb, like
they have one track thinking.
I'm not saying that dumb.
I won't say dumb. I'll say one track.
You can't put the whole generation. You can't lump the whole generation.
Because there's young niggas that get it.
Because look what I just said to you. I said I'm so honored to be in with the studio with you. I literally didn't talk back to you. I'm just like, yes, let's go. But that's because I feel like the generation that we came from, well, it was about respect. It was about respecting your elders. Where
I'm giving you something good.
And where as of now, they want to test their elders. Like it's just even like we as we said with you and Drake, like God bless Drake, but he was never supposed to come at you because of your seniority to hip hop already. It was you were supposed to be off limits. Like it's certain people that's supposed to be off limits. It's not supposed to be a diss record about Common. You know what I'm saying? It's not supposed to be a diss record about Pete. So let me make this question make sense. Is sometimes I'm scared to reach out to the young generation. Like
why?
Your city has some of the youngest, wildest. And I imagine if Common reaches out to Little Monster, you know, I don't want to say no names. You know what I mean? You'll reach out to Little Monster and be like, yo, bro, I just want you to know I've been through everything you've been through. You know what I'm saying? The chicks that you dated, I've dated those. You know, the wars that you've been through, I've been through those wars. Like, is it easy is that an easy thing? Because it's not an easy thing for me, Common. Pete, I'm gonna be honest with you. The minute I try to talk to a young dude and I feel like they're not listening, I'm like, I got better things to do. And I move on. I'm sorry. I'm a foul guy. I know this. I came to the realization. I've looked at myself in the mirror and I said, I'm not that good. I'm not that good of a person, right? But like, I'm talking about when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? Because I listened to KRS. Yes. I listened to Rakim. I listened to Big Daddy Kane. My eyebrows are thick because I cut my shit trying to be like Big Daddy Kane.
No, you just dropped the gym.
Okay.
That was sure did. That was for actually, that was when you were saying for me, I think one of the things that the younger generation didn't feel like we did is listen to them.
Right.
Like we had people that was older than us that just said, like, including parents, is like, yo, you do what I say, do what I blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And some of that worked. I'm glad that my mother gave me some of that discipline and some, but some of it is like, we came from a generation too where we like, yo, this is the purest. We from the 90s, this hip hop, where we didn't listen to them and kind of honor what they was doing. So then they like, well, all right, well, y'all don't give us, y'all don't even respect us. And I've been one that they felt that about, like, at some point. But
me too.
I can't like, I got a Harriet Tubman mentality. Like, I always feel like, man, if I get any type of wisdom, I'm gonna try to bring it back. Any type of resources, I'm gonna try to bring it back. I am gonna bring it back, and I'm gonna try to do it without preaching. And like, and the thing I've noticed, just speaking of Chicago specifically, but I feel like it's youth all across the board. Like, that, man, when you really present with them, give them a listen, hit them out, give them a little wisdom, keep showing by example, they start responding to in certain ways. And if they don't, man, sometimes they might get it later. But I understand why you get frustrated, because it's like, yo, bro, man, come on, man. Like, I done been through shit. Yeah, what you think, Pete?
I believe, like,
especially you with producers.
I'm a very opinionated guy, so I critique. I'm like, you could do better here. You could say better rhyme here. That's the kind of dude I am. So they may take it as disrespect, but I'm really saying do better. You know what I'm saying? Do better, because hip hop taught me to be better.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I also think there's a generation of OGs that tried to act like YGs.
Oh my God.
And the young generation was like looking at like confused, like, come on, man, don't try to act like us. Act like you, so we could know what to expect down the line, what to emulate down the line.
Only way I'm acting like
I think it's something that Buster said. Buster said when he accepted his Lifetime Speech Award, I don't even know if you guys remember, as BET Award. He was like, us OGs, we gotta play our part.
Yeah.
And he was like, the reason why they ain't listening to us, because we don't look our part.
Yeah.
And I was just like, damn, Buster. But
he's not wrong.
He was right. He's right. Because, you know what I mean? Some of them look at us and if they don't see us in a car, they like. If they don't see us in a watch, they're like, oh man, well, we got more than you.
Yeah.
So it's hard to listen to somebody you think you doing better than.
Yeah. That's true. But then I think, sometimes they should be, some of them be empty with the stuff they feel like they got. Their souls still be empty.
Yeah.
And when you give them a little something, like, man, I just straight up had talks with youngins from Chicago, like, you need to go to this therapy, man. Therapy. I'm telling you this right now. You see me and you feel like, oh yeah, you successful and you got this, you acting, you blah, blah, blah. Nah, go to therapy, bro. It has helped me. And my thing is like that, I feel like, for me, I'm thinking of Chicago too, in a way like, the OGs, when I became, first of all, when Shorty first started calling me OG, I'm like, oh shit, I'm like, OG. But I mean, that was a whole long time ago. But
You've been an OG for a minute.
I've been OG for a minute. But you still be trying to hold on.
We all been OG for a minute.
We've been OG.
Because you ain't make it.
But I think, like, one of the things I felt like I can speak specifically, especially when it comes to the gang culture in Chicago. I feel like the dudes that raised us, they gave us certain amounts of like laws, wisdom, stuff that just like moral conduct. in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like this is too far. Like you ain't like if you do this, that's a violation, and you gonna pay for it. And I don't think like we in my generation, when it came to the Chicago culture, really sat down and took that time. You got to take time with these youngins, man.
You got to be consistent.
You got to be consistent.
I learned.
I'm gonna tell you something, Carmen.
Yeah.
I've been going. Obviously, Chicago is like my number 7th market.
Yeah.
Well, like 7th, 8th. Like it was in my top 10. So I've been going to Chicago. And by the way, I'm half black, half Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
So I have nothing but ties in Chicago. My family went from Puerto Rico, Spanish Harlem, and Chicago, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. In the 90s, even though they might have said that Chicago was worse in the 90s, they had OGs.
Yes.
I felt safer going to Chicago in the 90s, early 2000s, than I do going there now, where I feel like, and now you can forgive me, or I mean, you could correct me, excuse me. I don't feel like there's structure now.
Yeah. You just named it.
Like,
shit, you just named it.
Right.
It ain't no structure.
I used to go to Capiti Green.
Yeah.
I went to Capiti Green. You know why I went to Capiti Green?
Yeah.
I was like, I got to be with Good Times. It was filmed.
I used to DJ in the club across the street.
I did a record with R. Kelly. I know it's frowned upon now, but I did.
But that shit was classic.
That was shit. That song was great.
Don't act like that.
Come on, man.
Everyone believes we can fly.
What's good is good. What's good is good, bro.
And I say it on the R. Kelly record. I said, I hate Sammy's. So Sammy's was this soul food fried chicken restaurant across the street from Capiti Green, and people used to be like, "Yo, N.O.R.E, why do you keep going there?" I'm like, I just love it. But what I'm trying to tell you is, I didn't know I was in a dangerous place. Because it was so structured. Like the OGs had me. Like you know what I mean?
Man, the OG, but that's what the OGs to me at that point.
Was MacArthur's like that too?
MacArthur's is soul food.
That's my spot.
On the west side.
Okay.
On the west side.
That was my spot.
And what's the other one? What's the other?
Harold's.
Harold's. Goddamn, my fingers start smelling like I just don't.
That's Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago.
But I think the OGs knew it. Like you said, like I said earlier a little bit. Like they knew, like you can't go but so far.
Right.
And you like, man, ain't no children go get. If some children get hit in this, then you gonna pay for that.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And
we ain't with that shit.
And when younger people just started dying, man, like young people just out at the park, I'm talking, and babies started getting shot. I just felt like, man, ashamed of our city. Like I felt like, man, we got to do better. And man, people working to try to do things, and it's a collective. But we got so many positive things about that. But I mean, I brought that up. But to answer your question about the youngins, I think, you know, man, we just got to keep reaching for them, man, and
that's it.
And listen to them too, bro. My daughter taught me that shit. My daughter was
my
like,
son.
My daughter was like,
my daughter too. Yeah,
you ain't got all the answers.
Right.
And I'm like, she basically, I mean, she said it in her own way, and I was like, you know what? You're right. I don't have all the answers. And even if I think I'm right, I still need to hear you out.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
And that's just, to me, that's the collective. We got to hear the youngins out.
Yep.
You know what I read the other day on the plane? I'm sitting there going through something, and they told me that Chicago real estate is the illest real estate. Like it's the place to invest in right now.
Yeah.
But not according to our music. I'm like, yo, how the fuck is this the total opposite of what the fuck we hear in hip hop? Just think about what I just said.
Right.
I'm in whatever magazine.
Is that because of gentrification though? Because
I have no idea.
Chicago got some. It's got some.
It's beautiful. Like,
places.
I was looking.
Beautiful.
because they tore down was it Cabrini Green, right?
So green.
Yeah.
But you speaking of real estate, I want to shout out my man Mo Group. He do real estate in Chicago.
Okay.
So if y'all want real estate in Chicago, Mo Group.
What's the vibe on Hyde Park though?
Hyde Park was always like, Hyde Park was one of the. It's crazy because when you were saying Puerto Rican Day Parade,
what's the name of that park? That's not
Humble Park.
Humble Park.
That was
Heckler's from there. Our boy Heckler's from there.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Puerto Rican.
But I'm gonna tell you though, y'all, I gotta say, being in Chicago, to be honest, like it's a real segregated city. I didn't know Puerto Ricans and Dominicans could look like we do. Until I came to New York, till I met Juju and Les from the Beatnuts. No, they're from Astoria.
Corona.
Corona.
In Corona. So
you worked a lot with the Beatnuts.
Corona.
Y'all were label mates too.
They was my first dudes I knew from New York.
That's my guy.
Man, I got Les and Juju, Fat, all them.
He funky on the beats. He funky on the beats.
But I'm saying I didn't know that it could, so like until I started getting to New York, and then that exposed me to like, oh man, it's different cultures and different people, You want
to hear some funny shit? I've been touring since 1998. So I forget what year this was, and I called my Spanish cousins from Chicago and my black cousins from Chicago. They met me at the House of Blues.
Oh, shit.
They found out they lived across the street from each other for 20 years and didn't know each other.
What? Are you serious?
I swear to God.
Wow, that's
they're not cousins.
It happens.
They're not cousins.
Still.
It's my black cousin.
Right.
That's black. And my Spanish cousin. So they cousins by default.
Right.
But they like, yo,
are they cool now? Are they?
I don't know. They might still be shooting at each other.
There'll be family members that got beef with each other.
For the day, they were like, holy shit, how is it over there? It's like, it's okay. How is it over there? And they're like,
that's why
motherfucker, y'all live across the street.
They might be close, but they're worlds apart.
Right. And it was like, that's when I knew how segregated Chicago was, because in New York, in Jersey, the Bronx, Mount Vernon, like, blacks and Latinos pretty much live in the same environment. And then when I went to LA, and then I seen that, like, we had Will.I.Am on recently, and Will.I.Am was like the only like cholo.
Yes.
Yo,
I saw that.
He was a black cholo.
I saw that.
He was the only. He was on a blow-low. And that's rare. Like, that's rare. You don't see that.
Yeah.
But I had not known that.
Yeah,
living in New York City my whole life, I thought that everyone is like that, because in New York it's like, if you're really from New York, you can't be racist,
man.
You have a Russian neighbor.
Yeah.
You have a Haitian who lives downstairs.
Yeah.
You have a Haitian who cooks downstairs, who wears a Jamaican belt, so it's kind of weird. Then you got a Jamaican, and then
you got the Colombian next door.
Then you got a Colombian, and it's like, Peru, maybe not so much.
But that's what I love. That's what I love about New York. But man, that was the thing that I would. To this day, what I love about New York, it's the most I see of different cultures and people
combined
in one place.
And it ain't like it ain't no fakeness about the way it blends. Like I be seeing like black and white dudes, Latino dudes playing handball together.
That's right. Like, pick up handball.
Yeah, handball.
Pick up handball.
I see that shit in Brooklyn.
I'm making it to the Olympic sport. I'm taking it to
After
Congress.
being in New York, it's easy to adapt. It's easy to adapt. And once you're in New York, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, the culture is so crazy. Everyone just kind of adapts to that shit, man. You know?
N.O.R.E, download it now. Use the code DRINKCHAMPS. First time subscribers get 50% off, $250 off the $500 deposit. Make sure you get the special pick'ems and fuck with us, because we doing it. Underdog Fantasy. Hey!
Well, let me just tell y'all what our show is about, man. Our show is about giving people their flowers.
No doubt, bro.
While they're alive, where they can smell them. With the trees, you can hell them.
Yeah.
What's where you could think them, and drinks where you could drink them.
Yes.
And we want to give y'all fucking flowers. And P-Rock, you are one of the best producers of all time.
Thank you, sir. You know, I earned that. I earned that.
Hold on, let me give you your flowers. I love your humbleness. I love how you keep it fucking hip hop.
Yes, sir.
Like no matter where if you tell me right now, somebody say, yo, Pete Walker's in Sweden, I'm like, he keeping it hip hop. Like, I don't need to know what you're doing in Sweden. You could be doing a roller skating ring and people running around with tights. I'm like, I bet you Pete Walker's keeping it hip hop. I don't have to. I know.
Yes,
I know
the
that.
name is synonymous with hip hop.
He knows.
And Common, let me just tell you something. I'm a movie buff, so I know my friend who can't speak English that good. That he's seen every one of your movies.
Yeah.
And I know he might have been freestyling a little bit. I've seen every one of them.
Thanks, bro.
And the worlds have you brung us to and represented our culture. We all owe you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We owe you big time. Because again,
Thank you.
when I see Common, I'm like, he keeping it hip hop.
Yep.
I don't have to question you.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
there's certain people that I would look and be like, oh man, he fucked up.
He
He ain't represent the culture no more. Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain people. But, and the fact that you two brothers is getting together to drop this album in June, correct? And the fact that we have a record together.
Exactly.
In the,
Exactly.
In the 90s.
But I've done stuff for you too.
That's right. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. I just want to give y'all brothers y'all flowers, tell y'all how important y'all are to the culture, how proud we are of y'all, and how much we want y'all to keep going, man.
Thank you,
because one thing that Jay-Z album taught me about 444 is we don't have to dumb down us. We could up it.
Yeah.
And we could, because our audience grew with us.
Yep.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers, they might work for UPS now, but they fucking grew with us.
they
Like
grew with us, bro.
they, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
we don't have to, like, that. You said something earlier. You said you didn't like when artists were trying to sound like the West Coast.
Yeah.
And so that's what you said on our level. But at one point, everyone wanted to be from the South.
Yeah.
Hip hop.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Yeah. It's still
there. I told you it's y'all's fault. It's New York's fault, man. I blame New York for that.
Yeah.
Yo, people, do not let him get away with that.
Well, I mean, I ain't gonna say it's our fault.
New York, I'm not saying it's you guys individually.
I'm gonna say cats in New York, certain cats, not everybody,
Yes.
lost some identity of where they're from and what they represent. And so that's why I'm like, yo, you know, let the South be the South.
Yep.
And because I love Outkast. That's my favorite group up in the South.
Yeah.
And Luda and all them.
And that whole crew.
And yep, rest in peace to Rico.
Yeah,
you know
man.
What I'm saying?
Oh, rest in peace.
And he was an awesome producer. You know, shout out to Jip. You know, that's my guy from Goody Mob. So my thing is, like, you know, let them be who they are.
Yep.
And always represent who you are. And if y'all end up doing music together, then y'all just make it fun with both Atlanta and New York.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
So let me ask you, Pete, being from Mount Vernon, right? Like Mount Vernon is always like kind of known as the sixth borough, right?
Yeah.
Because it's technically not New York City, but it's New York.
Yes.
Was that a burden on you, or was that a plus?
Not at all. We right next to the Bronx.
Right next to the Bronx.
Bronx, we kissing.
Yeah.
Mount Vernon and Bronx.
Right
there. Like a walk to the Bronx.
Wow.
From Mount Vernon. So my thing is, it's just like, it's the hidden city in New York. You feel me? You know what I mean? Heavy D.
Yeah.
Heavy D.
Rest in peace, man.
Ozzie Davis.
Wow.
Ruby D.
Wow.
Felicia Rashad, Ahmad Rashad. The Gus Williams, the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Dick Clark.
Wow.
You know, went to Mount Vernon High School. Denzel Washington.
Wow.
So,
Come on.
Nina Simone too.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So yeah, man. It's special, bro.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Hold on, you mentioned Heavy D. I feel like Heavy D hasn't got his just due with all the celebration of
Well,
hip-hop
it's
50.
because of him why I got started. He picked
A lot
up
of people.
the whole-
A lot of
He
people.
picked up the whole neighborhood and put him on his back. Yeah. That's why I miss him so much. I love him so much.
That was your cousin, correct?
Yeah. He took us all with him.
All right.
Yeah, he was a force, man.
Took us with him.
Yeah.
And he opened it up for like hip hop in different ways. Cause
Yeah.
as Tip said on that, Don't Curse, the Bum Diddly Head is a favorite of my mama's. Like, a Bum Diddly Head is the favorite of my mamas used to. Heavy D was the one that took it to some people, like took the music where older people, certain people were like, oh, I actually like this music. Yeah. Because they used to be like rap, like what is that? But Heavy D.
If it wasn't for Hev, I wouldn't have probably been with Marley Marl.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying?
How? Explain that.
Because he pitched me at the time Marley needed a DJ on the radio in New York City on WBLS. And in control.
What the fuck? I don't know the story.
He said, yo, my cousin is dope. Listen to him, try him
out. That's crazy.
And he gave me a shot, and that's how I built my name in New York.
Wow.
Marley Marl. Yep, shout out to Marley.
Yeah, shout out to Marley.
Shout out to Marley Marl.
Let me give you another one. This one blew my mind. We had DMC on here.
Oh, yeah.
DMC said, Pete Rock saved my career.
You know what that sound? You know what that makes?
Did you hear it from?
You know what that made me feel like? I wanted to call you so much, like nigga, that's hard. That was so dope. Like,
but as a DJ, I understood what he was talking about with Down with the King and everything that happened with those records.
Yeah, because that was in the beginning of my career, and me and Jay were like this with each other, and when I met Russell, it was like, damn, I gotta prove to these dudes, Russell, Leor, I got something to prove. And so, like, I felt like the first run of Down with the King, Russell's made some comments, and I was like, shit. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't good?
You know what I'm saying? But it's all good, because Jay was like, don't worry about it, Pete, don't worry about it. We're gonna keep working on it. And then we did the beat, and actually, I don't know if people know this, but Jay alliterated the actual beat pattern he wanted, right?
Wow.
And so I was like, I just hit record and said, you do it. So what you hear on the record right now is Jay's programming.
Of the drums.
Yeah, and all I did was add to the record.
Wow, rest in
That was
peace.
Jay that made that. He made
fucking up my whole childhood.
Yo,
that's crazy.
Legend.
You know that?
Yo. But I don't think what people understand about that record and what you did there and what DMC was trying to tell us is that you brought them up to speed to the newer generation.
Yeah, because
that wasn't an easy task to bring Run DMC into that world.
Nope, because we were new, and when we had a hit record, we had Reminisce.
Yeah, this is right here. This is
and by the way, let me just say something.
One of the greatest for sure.
Me being from Queens, I saw none of this. I always thought that they never had a dry spell, and when he said that, like, that's what I'm saying, he fucked up my childhood, because I was like, what? And he was like, yo, Pete Rock saved, and like he said it again. I tried to give him a drink, it didn't work. I was like, are you sure? Like, and he was like, but I'm not in the industry at this time, so Run DMC has always been the biggest, and he says, no, if it wasn't for Pete Rock, like he reiterated what Run DMC is. You
reinvented them is what it was.
You reinvented them. I
love DMC. I told y'all.
Yo, he's ill, man.
That's my guy, Jam J. We were the closest when he was alive. Me and Jay were really close.
Jam Master Jay.
Yo, what's crazy is my first chance at a record deal coming from Chicago, Jam Master Jay was gonna sign me. But he decided. He told me at first, you're right, he was one of the coolest brothers, just dope. And coming from the crib, coming from Chicago, we was trying to get heard. And somehow he got our demo, because we send the demos to, used to look at the back of the records and send the demos, and he had JMJ Records. And he met with us and everything. He's like, man, I'm thinking about signing you. But he decided not to. And he ended up going with Onyx, which wasn't a bad.
That's all good.
Yeah. Okay. And then
I can see that.
But he told me, it just made sense. And he was like, I ain't signing you too, because you was over here, your manager's over here, your producer's over here. But man, he kind of like always would embrace me and shed light. So when I hear stories about what you're saying, like, and then he programmed that. That's crazy. I never knew that.
I was like, you do it. He's like, he said the beat, he's like, and I just said, all right, look, hit the record button. I said, just hit the snare, here go the kick, just do it.
Okay, but let me ask you, Chris, because the way DMC describes it, hopefully you saw the episode. If not, we'll send you the link.
I see, I'm a drink champ.
We'll send you the link.
I saw everything.
Because he describes it as if like they were literally over.
Yeah.
And you gave them like what can
that's how he felt.
That's how he
was
said
their album Back from Hell that didn't do well.
Yeah,
Yes, that's what he said.
That's the reason.
Okay.
And so they came to me at that time.
And he said hip hop had changed
Yes.
drastically at that time.
Yes.
Right.
And that's when we were brand new.
Right.
And so he came to me and, you know, we worked out some beats, and Down with the King was the one that, you know, I started playing samples and records. That's the first thing I do when you come see me. I'm playing records.
Right.
You like that?
I love
Want me to hook that up? And that's how it goes.
I love that shit.
But did you know what he was saying? Like that you was literally bringing their career back? You knew that?
Well, I didn't know that, but
Okay.
I when I heard him say it,
Right.
that shit made me feel good. That shit made me feel.
And he said
this is a group I'm a fan.
Of
Like I
course.
used to buy their records.
Of
Go
course.
to run to the record store and bought sucker.
So you literally saying you just produced this record just to produce it?
No, I produced it because I wanted.
Yeah, it would have been. That was an honor for you to mess with Run DMC.
I got a question though too.
Yeah,
please.
Come on. You can be the host now. Come on. You can switch.
I'll be like, this be rock, man.
The opportunity presented.
Yeah.
So who have you been in the studio with where you've been like, damn, I'm actually producing for this person?
Run DMC.
Run DMC?
Yeah.
Nas too. But Run DMC, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Because they the Beatles of hip hop at that time.
they
Yeah.
were
They
like
took-
they
people
took
that
it.
I would run
Yeah.
to the record store to buy their vinyl, like buying. I'm, you know, DJ P Rock. I'm buying the record. You know what I'm saying?
I stole gazelles.
Man, Run DMC,
And then
man.
he said he didn't work his house. He said that.
They say he wrote fake gazelles. That was horrible. He also destroyed my childhood. What? You was reading fake gazelles? I went to the store.
You did everything. You went through all that.
I used to ride my bike listening to Run
Man,
DMC.
suck
So it's
MCs,
like,
all
come
that,
on,
man. That was.
Come
What
on.
about
That was the
what
baddest
about
beat ever.
when y'all did World Is Yours? Because you saying Nas, you mentioned Nas in that too. Was it like you played him the beat and he just was like that's it, or was it?
You know what? I had that beat already made.
Hold on.
All right.
Let me sit back. No. That's his question.
Yeah.
Let me get ready for your answer. Oh my God.
All right,
I wanted to know this.
So, you know, I had that beat already made, and when he came over, I had pulled these discs out and started going through the discs, and then found that one and played it, and then I was about to stick in the another disc and play another beat. He was like, no, and he just started doing this. Oh, okay, like that, and then he had his composition book of rhymes, and he started going through the book.
Was it a black and white book?
Found a page, and he was like, and then he put the book down, and he was like, I want you to sing this.
Oh, he already.
Wait, come on. You going
Tell you.
Hold on. So you're saying when you played Nas the beat, he had his book as an MC, and he didn't know, is it the black and white book? The black and white
joint.
And he had that hook written down?
All every MC book.
Right now, I'm writing in my book of rhymes all the words past the margin.
Nah, he's right. He's true. That's true. That line is crazy.
So what?
So then, you know, he's
So
going through the
he
book.
had these rhymes already written.
And the hook? He had the hook?
But he's had the hook. And he said, I want you to sing
You
it.
to sing it.
He's like, I want you to sing. I was like,
That's-
I ain't no singer. I'll be doing that.
Because you weren't doing vocals yet?
Yeah, I wasn't like.
So is this
like,
the first time P Rock
I said,
does
I'm not
vocals?
a singer. What do you want me to sing? Like, I don't sing.
Right.
But I had this voice where in hip hop where I would play around in the ad libs and be doing little stuff. And I tried it out and they liked it.
But how did you first know the ad libs? Because that shit was like you one of the first people that like and really one of the only. What other producers y'all might know? But what other producers on their beats did ad libs? It was P.
Yeah, I only think of, and it's not a producer necessarily. It's Puff that would do that.
Y'all want to know where I got that
What?
ad lib shit from? James Brown. He used to talk on his records.
Yeah, your ad libs is your signature.
Yeah.
Yo, them ad libs is like hooks. Like we like for real. Like my God, like I can listen to Straighten It Out. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Like I know them ad libs. Like that shit is
And the
amazing.
joint. Let's talk about the joint. Me, you,
Quick time.
and this man did.
Yeah, bro.
Soul Survivor.
So
Come on, yo. The joint with you on it.
Come on.
And him.
Hold on. We gonna get back to that.
All right.
Hold on, we gonna get back to that.
I gotta take a leak, man.
Okay, yeah. Because I had some great shit.
That's the bomb right there. That was like the illest collaboration right there.
Yeah.
Yes. What? The Pun? N.O.R.E. and Pun on the same beat. On a Pete Rock beat. With Common. That's crazy.
So can you explain them the rules, like how Paul explained you and all?
All right, guys. This is our. Well, I don't know. Are you guys gonna drink wine as your shot?
You can drink wine.
This is my choice.
Nah, you just take a sip. It's cool.
Yeah.
So this is our drinking game. We're gonna give you 2 choices, right?
I'll take it.
You didn't play. No, we didn't play this back then.
No, not when I first came on.
Yeah, you pick one of the 2 and nobody drinks.
I was smoking.
If you say both or neither, the politically correct
Is that
answer,
my car?
we all drink it. We all take a shot, and that's it.
All right.
And if there's a story that goes along with somebody we mentioned, please. It's not anything negative about anybody. We just want to mention people.
Good.
All right.
We good. This shit fun.
Start with you.
This shit fun, G.
I'm gonna start with you.
That's
my
a
car?
crazy alarm.
That's N.O.R.E. car, man.
Yo, turn off your car, bro.
Nah, it's not my car. I asked twice.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Yo, N.O.R.E. So we gotta wait till that, don't we? Or they can.
We hood niggas. We don't care. We don't care. It'd be okay. Tupac or DMX, whichever criteria.
And whatever reason for you.
Tupac for me. Man, Tupac hit he hit an emotional thing that I feel like we hadn't heard in hip hop. And he was like, man, I don't know. I think he tapped into.
And you met Tupac, correct?
Yeah, for sure,
Oh, wow.
man. And he tapped into like black consciousness and gave like black men, including black and Latino people, because that was our culture. But he spoke to that, and where you was from, you kind of related to him in some way or another.
Right.
Now, and he just had a heart to him and could do different types of records. And I feel like, Tupac, DMX, and a lot of people, to me, were influenced by
Yeah, you're right.
Like an extension of
it. Probably wouldn't be it.
Yeah, so I got to go with Pac.
Here's where I get off. Tupac's a Gemini and DMX is from Mount Vernon.
Oh shit!
You taking a shot? You taking a sip? All right, take a sip.
We all got to take a sip.
All right.
Can we skip this one?
You got the next one? No. We skipped it.
Because, I love them both.
This is definitely for you.
Yeah,
they wrote this for you personally.
It's a good one.
By the way, this is the Colombian and Dominican who wrote that.
It's gonna be easy. It's gonna be easy. You know what? I feel like I can go easy.
I don't think it's gonna be easy.
When he asked it, can you predict it?
Okay. You want to text it to me? So
say the first one.
No, okay.
The first one of the 2 names he's gonna say.
No.I.D. or Kanye.
Oh.
Ooh. Man, when I walked in here, y'all was playing Resurrection.
Yes.
I gotta, No.I.D. is a man.
Beast.
He's a bad dude, man. Like
Beast.
that dude is like them records was. I was like, damn, Dion snapped on them beats.
Yep.
So I'm gonna give it up for No.I.D. on that. Like, I'm gonna give
It
up.
felt like y'all was a group the way that
It did.
Y'all came out as common sense, like you came out, but it felt like it was a group. You know what I'm
I mean, it was, I know him since 4th grade,
Wow.
4th grade. So, and then he started making beats when we was in high school. I was rhyming already, and then he just, was able to start making whatever records he got. And then he eventually started getting around like cats where we going to the record conventions and stuff. Yep. And that's where we was able to get to Resurrection. Yeah,
George in Chicago.
Yeah,
that's how I met.
Music room.
I think that's how
I was right.
You're right. You're right.
He was right.
Yeah.
All right. This is for you. No. The next one is for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it. We're gonna stay with you. The Brat or Eve?
I'm gonna go with Eve, man. I mean, I know y'all think I'm gonna pick my Chicago sister and it's love to her, but man, Eve had a little more like just rhyme to her. Like she could rhyme, and I don't know. She had a little more style to her. I don't know if it was just because of the East Coast thing that she had with her, being from Philly. But I don't know. I think her records I gravitated to more than the Brats. And all respect to my West Side girl, but I'm just telling the truth. Yeah.
That's real. That's real.
That's fair. Now,
My truth.
now we're going with you now.
Okay.
They wrote this, not me.
Okay.
Alchemist or RZA?
Optimist?
Alchemist.
Alchemist or RZA? Come on.
Remember, you can say both or you can say neither.
I love them both. You know, like I love them both. But I've been loving Alchemist a lot lately.
Didn't Alchemist jump in this beef too?
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
He did the one.
Meet the Grams.
Meet the Grams.
Kendrick shit?
Yeah. But he didn't produce it for that. He said he had given the beat a while ago.
You can't say that now.
T-Rock was there. He was like, look, I'm making this beat. T-Rock, he wasn't there.
No, he made me mad. He made me mad. Like,
When you was driving him around, he was trying to get hit positive and he
made me mad.
Like, fire.
Come on, man.
It's fire.
Yo.
Are we taking a shot for that?
No. He picked.
He picked. Okay.
Timbo or Pharrell? This is going to you.
Timbo and Pharrell. I like Pharrell.
You take that one too.
Yeah, we want you to have that.
I'm gonna go with Pharrell too, man. Pharrell to me, like, been able to do some different type of records that
Happy.
and it, man, like he can go from Happy to Super Thug, you know, he did like a song for me called Come Close, but then he could go a lot of places with the music, you know, so Pharrell, he's just a song maker. Yeah. They both super dope. I know they from Virginia, but I'm gonna go with Pharrell.
Yeah. That was Virginia crime.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I like this.
Chi-Town.
Lupe or Chance the Rapper?
Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. But because I remember when my daughter first played me Chance, which is funny. But Lupe is, man, I done heard Lupe in a lot of shit. I done heard him freestyling.
I'm a big fan of Lupe.
Lupe, I done heard him like, man, I done heard him kick some rhymes where I'm like, yo, this shit is some of the best raps I've heard.
Right.
Like just really good raps.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with Lupe. I love both of them. They both my
And Soundtrack produced Lupe's stuff in the beginning.
Oh yeah.
So I was feeling some of those Lupe beats.
Yeah. Lupe.
The only thing I've ever critiqued Lupe on, period.
Was it Push Kick?
No, is they did the what? Yeah, when it was a Tribe Called Quest tribute.
Oh yeah.
And like he didn't know those lyrics.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry, Lupe, because he's probably like, no, if you keep bringing this shit, and I'm sorry, Lupe. I promise you, I love you. It's just that one moment, like me being a Tribe Called Quest for not.
Man, I'm
we
Tribe Called, man.
We New Yorked out. Like,
Yes, New York too.
Tribe is
like you
like,
can't fuck up Tribe.
Tribe is like Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yo, word. Like I remember and I know all of us met
that
Fife.
was big for a minute.
Fife was so competitive.
Yeah.
Fife see me one day because I said, N.O.R.E know this, and N.O.R.E know that, N.O.R.E know Jack, N.O.R.E bust that, N.O.R.E bust that, N.O.R.E bust that. But I got that from Fife. Bo know this, and Bo know that. And I'm bigging Fife up.
Yeah.
Fife sees me and goes,
Yes.
I'm gonna jack one of your lips.
you like, I'm giving you love, bro. What you? Why you feeling away about that? God bless his soul.
I don't be feeling no ways about that. Like I know that lyric was so famous. That line is so famous.
We
like,
talking about the Lupe?
Yeah. Like when you did it over.
Right. Okay.
When you did the Fife. When you did the Fife thing over.
Right.
Nobody should be mad.
No,
God bless his soul, though.
No, Fife is competitive.
I love Fife.
And he would have been ill with the Knicks stuff right now.
He would have been.
That's what we talk about.
He would've been
Giants, Jets, Knicks. You know, we all New York teams. Islanders and freaking Rangers.
But that's why I did this.
You got a memory of Fife?
I did this. Well, yeah, man.
Tell us.
Yo, I mean, I remember like coming to the new music seminar, which was this thing they used to have in New York, like being unsigned and seeing Tribe Called Quest, and I just was like, this was after their first album. They hadn't even did Low End Theory yet.
Wow.
And I was just like, if Phife just said what's up. I wasn't known or nothing, but Phife and all them just said what's up. They wasn't trying to. We was crabbing them seeds to them probably. So they wasn't like trying to give.
But
too
you
much
feel
love.
like you was down with Native Tongue. You
Yeah, that's my family.
Okay.
Like, I definitely
But
got
not at that point where he's talking about.
Like, at that point, this is 1990.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, in fact, I remember being there. I saw Lord Finesse. This is like, I saw Lord Finesse, KRS, and Poor Righteous Teachers. Like, they was hosting the thing, and then Leaders of the New School was about to perform, and something went out, and Buster came up and started beatboxing for Wise Intelligent from Poor Righteous Teachers.
Wow.
And it was crazy, bro. And then KRS and
Did you just
Lord
say
Finesse
Busta Rhymes was beatboxing for Wise Intelligent?
Wow.
Wise Intelligent for Poor Righteous Teachers.
And we gonna make some noise for that?
Yo, that shit. So that was like my first time getting to come to New York. I had like about 15 dudes from Chicago staying. We stayed in one hotel room, and we was just happy to be in New York. And that was a new music seminar. That's when I saw Phife. And man, you know, Tribe is one of my favorite groups ever. It's like it's like P Rock, CL, like Tribe, and
well, I'm on Tribe's second album. I did the jazz joint. We got the jazz. We got the jazz.
That's what he say. P Rock on the beat.
Yes, sir.
Dang. What a short shot. That's like
classic.
Okay, I gotta keep it with you because he better pick it this way.
You can't. Don't lead the witness.
I'm leading the witness sometimes. Illmatic or Straight Outta Compton?
Ooh, Illmatic, bro. Illmatic changed the way I rap. Changed the way so many people rap.
It changed hip hop.
It had changed hip hop.
Yeah.
It has the greatest producers of hip hop in that on that album. That writing is, to me, is like, I know people, I mean, to me it's at the level of like when you like hundreds of years from now when people study writing and black literature and all that stuff, like how Kendrick won a Pulitzer Prize. That's Pulitzer Prize.
You know what? Give Large Professor his
absolutely, flowers. And we did, and we actually did.
Yes,
for pulling us together for this.
Wait, so you saying that was Large Professor's?
Large Professor is the one who contacted every one of us.
I didn't know this.
He contacted me, Primo.
Wait, so he's like the executive producer?
He's the one that brought us all together.
Was he? You think was it his idea or
I don't even think he claimed that.
No, he didn't claim that.
Do you think Nas said, "Yo, I want to work with"?
Yeah, he
Peter?
probably did. He probably did. But me and Large was already hanging with each other.
Right.
I used to go to Gloria's on in Flushing.
Right. Just hanging out.
And then go to Green Line record store across the street from Coliseum in Queens. Yeah, well, I was always out.
I love when he say on Just Hanging Out, I'll be up in Mount Vernon, piecing with CL Smooth and Pete Rock, making beats that's sharper than cleats. Ooh, I love that's extra beat.
But you know what? I had never heard what you just said.
Yeah.
Illmatic is my favorite album of all time.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like when and Nas happens to be my friend, so sometimes I get like stalkery. I keep bringing it up. He be looking at me like, man. I be like, yo, you remember what you said? Like, he don't, you know. It's but I had never heard what you just said.
Yes.
So, and just because I'm a little stalkery, just because of that, you're telling me. The first time you ever got a call about anybody named Nasir was through Large Professor. So you didn't even hear of who Nas was. Wow.
So he had a lot to
This
do.
before Live at the Barbecue?
No, it's before.
No. After Live at the Barbecue.
That's why the album gets made.
Because then the album, that's when they came up with this, yo, we're going to get this producer.
But the fact that he even has him in Live at the Barbecue shows you how much Large Professor was involved in all of that.
Yeah, but what's crazy on Live at the Barbecue, people gravitated more to Akinelli than they did. I mean, at least like amongst my crew, we was like, oh, that dude, he's doing that.
But then you heard that voice.
Which record was when I was 12? I went to hell for Tuck and Jesus. That was Live at the Barbecue? No, they were too short.
No, you're not ready.
Because I think Back to the Grill Again made you go back to Live at the Barbecue. It made you go back to it.
I've had more of a personality, but that line fucked the industry up. When I was 12, I went to Hell for Snuffing Jesus. Because we didn't know if it was hard or law.
I guess I was too. I grew up in the church, so I was like, I grew up in the church, so I ain't like that line.
What's it right?
I was like, I can't say this line, but I was like,
no, he didn't say that.
Oh, yeah.
That's when rap changed, when he said that.
It was like,
when he said that.
But would you say Nas is I mean, he is Nas. It's his own thing. But I would like to ask him this question too. But just as we all fans, we all fans of it. But would it be Cool G or Rakim that had the most? When y'all hear like Illmatic, would you say it's cool?
Most influence?
Nah,
it's not one or the other.
You know, it can't be one or the other because one
has to be one.
It's both of them. It's both of them. No.
I feel Cool G
the fact how Rakim put his words together with intelligence, but was still hood, that's 1,000,000% Nas. 1,000,000%.
The storytelling and all that.
But then when it comes to G-Rap, when G-Rap says something, Ill Street Blues, you knew what he was talking about. And that's how Nas got together. So, like, I can't say it was
one of the.
I can't say I would take a shot for that. You making me drink. Listen to this. But listen,
text him the question before we leave.
I'm not only texting him the question. I'm sending him this footage. I'm sending him this footage for him to respond.
But what makes it official is when Nas and G-Rap do the joint together.
Oh yeah, that's
how you know that he was influenced by G-Rap.
Yeah. That's why I think G-Rap had a little bit more influence on him.
Hold on, take your shot.
The reason why. I feel like I'll take my shot too. I feel like what you saying too, because like what I'm saying when Nas changed the way niggas was rhyming.
Right.
Cats wasn't doing them 3-syllable things like rappers are monkey flipping
with the funky rhythm. I be kicking musician and flipping composition. A king, I like Scarface, slipping cocaine with an M16 and with the pen I'm extreme. Strong bullet holes left in your peepholes. Suited up in street clothes. Hemi and out the feet folds.
Y'all know my Steve.
You know, without the airplane. I keep some E&J saying been up in the stairway.
But that's some Cool G had them type of syllables.
That's what I said.
That was all Cool G.
That's all Cool G.
That rhyme scheme is Cool G rap.
To tell you the truth, if you was to tell me, if I was to have to bet to say the two MCs that influenced Illmatic the most, I would say G-Rap and Rakim. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yep.
What's the two MCs that influenced you the most?
I'm gonna fuck you up. G-Rap and Biz Markie.
Ooh, I gotta get Biz.
He always said Biz.
Biz had fun. Like when I did the War Report, I'm not. You asked me, so I'm not making this about me. But when I did the War Report, I was angry. It's an angry man.
It's the War Report.
I listened to that. I'm like, I don't like this guy. This guy is not my friend. I wouldn't introduce myself to me. Like if this nigga, the 46-year-old version of me. If I seen the 21-year version of the War Report, I would walk the other way.
No, but you get flowers for War Report.
Yes, of course,
you get that.
But it was, and you said two, but I'm gonna give you three.
Okay.
And no one ever sees this in my style because I want to be the exact opposite of my hero. It was an MC called Granddaddy IU. Granddaddy IU.
You was smooth.
And I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. He changed my whole life.
Damn.
He made one rhyme. He said, I knew a girl named Kenya from West Virginia. Boy, would I like to stick something in her. And I said, I don't know what the fuck he meant, or what he said, or how he said
my
it.
shit.
But that shit right there, I said, I want to be him. So Granddaddy,
y'all ain't heard his name in a minute. I love it.
Yo, listen to me. That's my only thing. It's two things I regret in hip hop right now. Look, and I'm throwing it right back to y'all. I'm trying to make it
all of them gotta do a did they say
it's the same exact thing. My mother asked me one day. She said, "I want to meet. I want." She called me. She said, I want to do something. I want you to meet somebody." And I was like, "Ma, I think she's gonna ask me to meet Michael Jackson, Prince." I'm like, "I ain't that big, Ma." Like, yo, you looking at BET too much. Like, you know what I mean? And you know what she says? I want to meet Big Pun.
What?
And I go, Pun is my brother. Like, I don't rush this at all. I'm like, Ma, you pick low hanging fruit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got that. I'm gonna meet you. Pun dies 2 weeks later. And the only other thing that I regret in hip hop right now is that I didn't give Big Granddaddy IU his flowers on Drink Champs. I gave him his flowers, period. Like, he knows he's my favorite MC. Like,
I feel
when he introduces himself, he say, "I'm Granddaddy IU." He be like, people be like, "That's you, the nigga N.O.R.E. be talking about." Because I always did that. But those are my two things that I regret.
That was my man.
Come on, let's get back to quick time.
We need to hear two influences for you.
Okay, I ain't gonna stop at two. I'm gonna give you three.
Give me three.
First, I would start with Rakim.
Okay.
Rakim was like he was the dude that made me be like, man, I want to be a rapper. Like, I'd already been rhyming, Run DMC and all them LL, but Rakim, when I heard, cause I had never heard nobody rap in their voice, like in that way that he was doing.
Did you realize he didn't curse?
Which is crazy.
I didn't realize that shit.
I didn't realize
because it sounded so hardcore.
It's so hardcore, and what he was opening my mind up, and I didn't even know some of the stuff he was saying, but it just resonated with my soul. Rakim, KRS-One was one, because this dude, like, I was like, I hadn't even heard what vegetarian was.
Right.
To the point where I'm for real, y'all. I'm sitting here vegan, but I didn't know what vegetarian was till KRS and them started talking about blah, blah, blah. Cause like, you know, we in Chicago, we eating what we eat. But, and man, then I gotta say Big Daddy Kane. Cause there was something about Kane, I loved the similes that he would kick, you know, like, you know, if you are what you eat, then feed me dope. And, you know, like, the stuff that he would say that I was like, these punchlines is crazy. I loved his lines.
It's crazy.
But the fourth, who actually, like we talked about already, I got to give Nas his, because Nas was like, and after those people that like were the foundation, Nas was the one that made me like, be my age. But I was like, oh, this the level you got to rhyme at? You got to be at this level.
He raised the bar.
Yeah, he raised the bar. So I got them. I had to get 4.
All right, I'm gonna cheat like you. I gotta throw Nas in there too.
Now, Pete Rock.
I'm gonna say James Brown. I'm gonna say Big Daddy Kane. I'm gonna say Marley Marl. And Heavy D.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did Marley Marl invent sampling?
Yeah.
It's Marl.
He sampled records. Like, people, I mean, I guess before Marley came out, people were sampling, but like it was done differently. But he brought a new procedure.
The way that it was explained to us by some, I forgot who told us that he sampled in the way that it sounded like the original way that DJs were looping breaks. He brought that now to the modern age.
And did it with precision, man.
Right.
And that's one of the things that I admired about his beats. Anytime, you know, I would be right there with my pause button with the radio, listening to Mr. Magic and listening and waiting for Marley saying, yo, I got something new I did with Big Daddy Kane. Dennis ain't no half step. God damn.
Hey, P, is the bridge, is that a sound or is that a record, you think? Like that?
That's this record called Scratching. It's an old school breakbeat.
Yeah.
Wow. And he took the part that said wow and made it go backwards. I'm a fan just because of that little incident right there.
Oh,
yeah, that's.
I love hip hop.
Is the ultimate Queens record. The Bridge is the ultimate Queens record, and for him to put that sound in there, whenever I hear that sound, I think about Queens.
Right.
Period.
You know what's crazy? We just had Charlie Chase on here, and I asked Charlie Chase. I was like, because MC Shan says on the record, hip hop started out in the fall, and I'm like, can it be a chance that Shan just, he thought that this was the park it started out in?
You're just saying it started out in the park.
Yeah. I'm trying to claim Queens. I'm trying to claim Queens.
I'm bring it back.
I'm trying to save shit.
You gotta take it all.
Yeah. It's very true.
You know what? Like, I always felt like between the Bridges Over and the Bridge, I felt they were both gigantic records, regardless of KRS One, doing that. But that Bridge joint stamped y'all.
Right.
Yeah. And y'all should thank Marley for that.
Oh, no, we thank Marley and Shan. We don't forget Shan either.
Yeah, Shan.
We don't forget Shan.
Shan's
his thing.
Okay, hold on. So let's move on.
We're going to try to get back to quick.
We got to play them Wise Up.
Of course.
Yeah, we got to play them.
Of course.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you. And I'm going to ask you, this is both of y'all questions, because y'all are representing the light-skinned delegation and the brown delegation. Let's see what's going on here. Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
I'm going to go. You talking about the battle or just overall?
Whatever you want.
I mean, Kendrick Lamar is more to what I love as just in the MC. So I'm gonna go with Kendrick, but I do want to say, and this ain't politically correct for me, to be honest. I feel like I at times when Drake rhyming, like I heard this 8 a.m. in Charlotte, and I was like, this dude could rhyme when he get over, like he was over certain beats, and I'm like, when he choose to rhyme, he can rhyme. But Kendrick Lamar is an MC that I would put, like I said, as one of the top MCs in any era. Like, if I put him in 80s, he would be one of the greatest. If I put him in the 90s, he'd be one of the greatest. If I put him in this, to me, he possesses that type of aura and lyrical, like, skill. Just point blank, like style. I like when people can go to different styles too. That ain't always easy. Like to me, that's when you are you being
practice.
You got lyrics, but then you also a musician too. Cause like certain people, and I got a theory that I don't know how true it is, but I believe that a lot of producers rhyme better to beats than some MCs because they just rhythmically.
They be cheating.
Like
when I
hear Pete on certain stuff, I'm like, I say his rap more than I do.
I heard him on a new project.
He crazy. He crazy with it. But then, like I'm saying, like Large Pro, Tip, Q-Tip,
Pharrell,
like Pharrell, Ye. Like I've been on songs with producers, and I'm like,
I like Ye.
And Ye is incredible, man. And the thing is, like, I can be giving all my MC shit, but there's somebody like Ye, I'm on a song with him, and the crowd go say all his lyrics because they just. Producers know how to
they know
cadence. They know how to
ride that cadence
and not over rap shit. Sometimes
that comes from making practice, making beats all the time and working with artists that you.
No, but you got to answer this question, motherfucker.
Yeah, like
you ain't gonna get away from this question.
MCs too.
Oh, okay, but
like when I'm making beats, I'm trying to rap like them. You know what I'm saying? I'm like to myself, and I'm like.
But Drake or Kendrick Lamar?
I'm gonna roll with the Gemini, even though I love Drake too.
Okay.
But I'm gonna roll with Kendrick.
Okay.
I'm a Team Kendrick all day, and I'm on To Pimp a Butterfly. So
let me ask you, and this is off topic. You got one beat to make. God comes to you and say, "This is it. You gonna live forever."
Yeah.
You got one beat left to make.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a fucked up question. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna take a shot for you. Listen, because I'm feeling wrong asking it.
I
got one beat to make.
That means God's a hip hop head.
Yeah.
He definitely is.
He definitely is.
He's definitely hip hop. But you got one, and he like Pete. You're gonna live forever, but you got one beat to make. But it's on you who to give it to. Who do you give the last Pete Rock beat ever made? This is a fucked up. I'm taking a shot.
You can't say one or the other.
Hold on, let me take a shot.
I'm taking a shot. One last beat. And let me make it easier for you. Dead or alive. You could bring James Brown back.
I'm gonna bring Biggie back.
Oh, I knew you was gonna say. I made it too easy for you. I made it too easy.
I'm gonna bring Biggie back.
Your last beat that you could ever make.
Yep, it would be for Biggie.
Damn, I'm taking a shot because I knew that's what you was gonna say.
I got a question for him too.
Okay, cool. Let's go. You the third host of Drink Champs at this point. Let's go. Oh my bad.
If it's a beat. Now I'm gonna have to remove reminisce because you would probably say that. If it's a beat that you would be, I'm bouncing off what you said.
Let's go.
A beat that they said this beat defined Pete Rock, and the beat that you would want to be remembered by. It tells who you are.
You said remove reminisce.
I gotta remove reminisce because I knew you was gonna.
The world is yours.
Let me get a shit. Damn, that was easy too.
No, we gotta give it up for that.
No, I got to throw it on you, though. I got to throw it on you. God comes to you and says, Common, we know you a lyrical genius. You want to fight with everybody. But you got one verse left. One verse. Not that people remember you by, but just literally one verse. What artist would that be with?
If I could do a verse with an artist,
you have to pick one feature.
And by the way, again, help them out, dead or alive.
This too easy.
Okay, I got a trick for your ass though.
Who y'all say? No. I got respect for Pac, but I'm gonna go with Nas, man. Nas is probably my favorite MC. I ain't gotta.
I knew you was gonna say
that.
That's fire. That's fire. I like that.
If we remove
that's
Nas,
a good thing.
I'm gonna say Biggie.
Y'all need to do a joint album together, you and Nas.
Yeah.
Wow.
With P Rock.
With me producing the whole.
That's what gets We want our publicist just a little slight. That's it. We don't want no publicist.
Can't go no other way in New York if I'm not involved.
Yeah. Yo, that would be a mean project.
Crazy.
Yo, what? Getting them beats from Pete, I'm like, yo, he said something because we gonna play y'all this joint.
Yes. Yo, we playing
these beats is like they sound fresh. Like I'm like, yo, Pete is timeless. But it was one beat that we did. This is one of the first joints we releasing called Wise Up. And we speaking of the bridge. Anyway, he was like, man, this is a New York beat. It's just a New York beat. And I couldn't help but think about like, yo, damn, I'm a Chicago MC over a New York beat. It kind of took me to like what Cube did with the Bomb Squad, but it don't sound like like
no, but I can get that.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna give my perspective of Chicago, but it's over these New York sound is soulful, just beats hip hop.
Listen, the joints I heard off the project,
thank you, buddy.
They rival everything that you guys did here. That's classic material.
Wow.
Like I'm not just bullshitting you. This shit is phenomenal.
Thank you, brother.
He don't listen to none of these new niggas. He is mad old school.
That means a lot coming from you guys.
I hope you guys do everything with the project, the visuals.
We in full support.
Let me say, I'm like, yo, this project like is what I've been wanting to be on Drink Champs, but like I'm happy to come on Drink Champs with a project like this.
This is fire.
Right, like this.
Did they hear the shout out? Did they hear you?
Oh no, you got to hear. I got you in the rhyme.
Oh shit! I want to be in the video. I want to be in the video. Like, come on,
I put him in the rhyme.
Yeah, tell me when y'all filming the video. I might pay for it. I'm not sure. You shooting it? Kareem shooting it?
We gonna put that budget high.
Hell yeah, let's do it. Kareem shooting it. Once Kareem volunteered, the budget went down. I'm fucking with you. That's my man. Like even him, Kareem, and Drain. These are our resident.
We respect. Give it up.
And Cav. Give it up for No. You don't know why you're clapping. We giving
up for them working.
No. This is all. What is it called? This is United Nations staff. Yes, but they haters of the Knicks. Just so you know. Just so you know. Yeah. Then you didn't know why you was clapping. You didn't know why you was clapping. No, but that's my family. That's my family.
Only me and you know.
Yeah, it's only. Oh yeah, we. Oh yeah.
You got this FOT and this FOT.
Yes.
I came to the Knicks game.
Yes.
I got love for y'all Knicks fans.
Yes.
But y'all only going but so far.
The next seat across the seat is literally him.
Man.
Literally.
Why?
This is the best seats in the house.
Oh my God.
Me and Common, and he says this.
Y'all want the truth? Y'all want the truth? No, you want me
No, we don't want the truth. No.
I like the truth.
No,
I like the truth. But I like to prove people wrong.
Yes.
I'm cheering for y'all. I'm cheering for y'all.
Okay, hey, we got. It's for you too. Again.
We're trying to get through quick time.
Yes. Smoking Aces or John Wick 3?
Where the fuck? Okay.
Ooh. For both of us?
This nigga move.
Okay.
Ooh, man, man.
Smoking Aces was hard.
Man,
that shit was hard.
The reason why I got to give it up for Smoking Aces because that was my first movie.
So that was your first movie?
That was my first
when you
movie.
shot Artie Gold, because that's Artie Gold. That's Artie Gold. Yeah, you know, I'm on part of that shit.
That was like. That was the first time I've been auditioning for a lot. I've been doing.
Nah, that couldn't have been your first movie, man.
That was my first movie.
You killed that shit.
Thank you, bro.
That was your first movie.
American Gangster was dope, but the only real action you did was run when the cops.
I forgot that part.
American Gangster.
That's how. That's
Smoking Aces was like, yeah, man. I got to go with Smoking Aces. Because let me tell you, that was my first movie. It was the first time I got a call back. Right before I got that audition, I went on another audition. They told my agent, man, he green, meaning he ain't ready. And I was like, I'm about to show them boys what it is. I got that call back. I remember flying I was doing some music. I was performing in China. Came back, did the audition, got the role. I was about to be on tour with Kanye and Keisha Cole, and I got the call like, man, we giving you the movie, and I'm like, wow. And then I had to go. I was geeked up, like I'm literally calling my mama, like, "Mom, I'm in a movie." Da da da. And I had to go 5 minutes later, and I ain't gonna lie, I was tearing up because I was just like, I've been working on acting for a long time, so it was my first time. I had to go to the next room. Kanye was standing in the hotel room next. Tell him I can't go on tour with him, and he was like, and we had already booked the tour, and he was like. And this is when I knew he was my brother. He was like, yo, if that's your dream, man, you got to do it. You got to do it. That's your dream. And I went and did that. So Smoking Aces, man, that shit had Taraji, it had Alicia Keys, it had Ryan Reynolds, Ray Liotta, Goodfellas.
Yep.
Man, it had Justin Bateman from Ozark.
Yep.
It had Chris Pine that played fucking in Star Trek.
The Big Dog.
This before cats even became who they were.
That's why I thought this had to be like your 7th movie. Like you killed it.
Yeah.
You killed it so much. I when you just said that just now, you fucking me up because I'm trying to think. And
that was the first.
That was your first.
But let me. The only underlining Jim I'ma say too that was like the producer. The director, writer-director, he was playing Jay Dilla on the set. Wow. And at the time, Jay Dilla was my roommate, and we was like, he was going through a lot, like health-wise. Yeah. And man, he didn't know I knew Jay Dilla. He didn't know Jay Dilla was my roommate. Wow. He just was playing Dilla on the set. Wow. Playing Dilla. Yeah. And I was like, yo, how certain things happen, you like, I'm in the right place. Yeah. That's how I felt about Smoking Aces. That's why Smoking Aces would be that. Even though more niggas come to me about John Wick than Smoking Aces. Smoking Aces.
Smoking Aces is fine.
Yes, it is.
I gotta put this on.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
These are two of my favorite MCs right here.
Oh yeah.
Guru or Big L? I'll go to you first.
These are some fucked up questions.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I agree.
I mean,
I got my shot ready.
Rest in peace to both. Yeah.
Rest in peace to both. Yeah.
Right.
But I ain't gonna front Guru. Maybe for me, Guru, just because I don't know. He would get on these different topics: ex-girl, the next girl, like street ministry. These are the words that I manifest. It was like a lot of different like thoughts in his stuff, and his voice was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And you know, point blank, we MCs benefit off the fact that we on dope beats.
Right.
Like, you know, that just make you like, and we always knew him about the voice. Like, so he had the song The Voice. It's The Voice, mostly The Voice.
That's my shit.
Yeah, The Voice. And so I'm gonna go with Guru, but rest in peace to both of them.
Big L
was a cold MC.
Monster, yeah.
He's
Cold.
incredible.
Super cold.
Same to you, P-Rock.
I'm gonna say both on that one because
Okay.
I worked with both.
I'm
of
gonna
them.
take a shot, though. I'm taking one, but
You worked with both of them.
Big L, yes, I worked with both, and Big L was like, I remember going to pick. I had just bought a Honda Accord, brand new. This was early in my career, like I just was starting to get my bones.
Right.
And so I went and picked him up in Harlem. Right. I had 2 cassettes of beats, right? From our journey, when I put the tape in, he started to rhyme and never stopped until we came to the last stop, wherever we was.
Off
We
the
went
top?
to.
He was
we
going
went,
off the top?
We went to
Big
Brooklyn.
L?
We drove to Brooklyn. We drove to Harlem. We drove to Mount Vernon.
Right.
He just rapped the whole time. I lied to y'all not. Wow. He
Big L.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
Big
playing
L.
beats. I got beats. I'm P-Rock. I got beats. I'm playing cassettes full of beats.
I want to know what color the Honda Accord was.
Black.
Black. Okay.
Black.
I can see this. I can see
them
it.
in there.
Y'all was paying tolls too.
I had
Paying
rims
tolls.
on it.
You was paying tolls.
That car right there was hella hip hop driving around.
I had rims on that
Big
shit.
L and B-Rock.
What?
Yo.
Man, listen,
Yo,
it was
right.
all, that's why he did the drive with me, because I had the system was crazy.
Imagine you had social media back then.
And it was just y'all two.
Yeah,
That
just
was-
us. Just us.
Yo.
Just us. And
damn,
then
if Peter had that shit.
That footage.
that's crazy.
That was wild.
Think about some of the unreleased joints that, like, the rhymes that probably never came out.
Just like JMJ when we were practicing DJing in my basement, like it's on tape and I lost it.
The lost tape.
Oh, man.
I lost the videotape, or
Somebody
somebody
got that
stole
shit.
it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody stole
It's
it.
gonna pop up.
Yeah.
Somebody got that shit.
Somebody got it.
You want this one too? I feel like you.
I feel like we kind of, well, no, this
we do it together.
go ahead.
Okay.
I don't know how together this works. You said when I
Rock
said
him
or
KRS-One.
Y'all went to the hardest ones.
Yeah, that's you see how I'm sitting there thinking, I'm trying to concentrate.
Damn. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Y'all see, I ain't said both on neither. I ain't drank. I'm like, you picking.
yeah, you trying to pick,
I'm
yeah.
trying to pick.
But it's
The
time to drink.
components are already in your soul, bro.
Yeah.
Rock him and them 2 dudes is in your soul.
And the teacher.
Man, fuck, man. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go with KRS-One, man. I'm gonna go with KRS-One, and I'm going with KRS because it's like I grew up going to a church, right? It was Unapologetically Black, Unashamedly Christians, Black church in
That's the
Chicago.
name of the church?
No, it was called Trinity United Church of Christ.
Like, damn, that's an ill name.
That was like the motto. That's what we saw when we walked into it.
Trinity.
Trinity?
Yeah.
Unapologetically Black, Unashamedly Christian.
No.
His
He go to a
unapologetic
white church.
Dominican.
I ain't gonna lie. Don't follow him on Instagram. He let me down in all type of ways. I look at his Instagram live. I look at his Instagram live on Church Sunday. I'm like, nigga, you is the Dominican at the whitest of the whitest church. What the?
But I only brought it up. I only brought it up.
My bad.
I like that.
My bad.
But I only brought that up because KRS, Like, and why is that? I learned books of the Bible from him. Like, or just the descendancy of Abraham. Abraham was the father of Isaac. Isaac was the father of Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons. And for real, these were the children of Israel. Like, all of it wasn't even rhyming, but I was singing that shit, learning it, knowing this shit, and it just was dope. And it's like,
learn.
And you know, y'all got me right there, because them two are really, let me say, Rakim is the reason I'm rhyming too. Like, but
it sounds like you should take a shot.
It sick. I'm
gonna take a shot. I'm gonna take a shot.
I'm gonna take a shot.
I'm gonna say
wait. P-Rock, you said both two?
I'm gonna say that both of them put a stronghold on New York City all together.
We taking shots.
You have two different styles, right?
I'm taking shot. I'm taking shots on that. Let me.
You have two different styles.
I'm reneging.
Yes.
You have Rakim with the paid in full, drug dealer shit, you know, fucking, you know, just the New York dark streets, and those rhymes is just so sick. And then, you know, with KRS, it's just like rah-rah. Like, I went to a show at Union Square where Brooklyn went nut.
He's like the epitome of an MC.
I got one for y'all.
By the way, Union Square is in Manhattan.
Brooklyn and the Bronx go at it in Union Square,
Union
bro.
Square.
I got one for y'all.
The stage in Union Square.
And they niggas throwing chairs and bottles. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was real. Like, so that's New York style.
Right.
That's New York style. So I can't pick between KRS.
Okay, I'm gonna throw one for y'all. And
please.
These ain't the same type of MCs, but these two MCs I love. So I'm gonna put it out there.
Okay.
Grand Poobah or Big Daddy Kane?
You asking me?
All of us.
My eyebrows fucked up because of Big Daddy.
Well, Poobah wrote my first songs ever.
Poobah? What? Wait a minute.
But that doesn't mean Rakim gets a slight.
No, Big Daddy Kane. It was
Big
Poobah.
Daddy Kane.
No, but he said Poobah wrote some of his first rhymes ever.
That's wild.
I've been wondering. I've been wondering.
What the fuck?
The creator. He wrote so.
Is this what is this? Brand Nubian Poobah or
Brand Nubian Poobah?
Tommy Hilfiger Poobah.
New Rochelle, Mount Vernon. We right.
I'm saying, is it when he's down with Brand Nubian or after?
He was with. As a matter of fact, Jamal and Sadat was in the basement when he made his claim for me to rap. He's like, yo, I want you to rap. I want you to say this to this beat that you just made.
He wrote
You
the
rap
creator.
on that.
The creator.
Yes.
What about the one Shut Him Down? He didn't write Shut Him Down.
No, I wrote all that. Everything after Poobah, I wrote
Your verse
myself.
on Shut 'Em Down is crazy.
I love that shit. I love that.
Because I'm a huge Public Enemy fan.
That means a lot to me because I wrote that
so
myself.
that remix,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wrote it myself.
Bananas.
Oh my god. Yeah, go.
I'm about to go.
So, shit. Okay, all right, then. Pete, we got it on you.
Yep.
All right. Now, this is like a producer question too.
Okay.
The Chronic or Doggy Style?
Oh, easily the Chronic, because the Chronic inspired the Doggy Style.
I love how you answered that so professional.
Yeah, Chronic started.
Well, yeah, you definitely don't have the Doggy Style without.
Well, you don't have the Doggy.
Right. There you go.
That was
easy. That was easy.
So,
give me a hard one, bro.
Okay, all right, cool. You ever worked with Dre?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he rapped over my beat. Him and Corrupt. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
If you go to YouTube, you just type in Pete Rock, Corrupt, Dr. Dre.
Wow.
You'll see. Join will come up.
God damn it.
Yes.
Only one.
I got one for you.
Good.
Marley Marl or Primo, and specifically on their style of making beats. Wow. No other. You gotta go just on that.
I have to give it well, I'll say Marley for inspiration, but I have to really give my vote to DJ Premier.
Right.
It's really funky with it. Like, he's just funky. Like, you could tell we both are James Brown fans. So that's where we get it from. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so when his cadence, when he makes beats, he'll take the littlest sound. Living Proof to be. Give you an example. Living Proof is just, look what it did in New York.
Which is what you liked about Marley with the bridge.
Yeah.
Right.
Marley, the same thing with the bridge.
Right.
They taking little samples, not even a bar.
Right. And make it
crazy. Make it anthem. Stuff you'll never forget, bro. So I'm gonna lean on Primo.
Right. I'll be honest. I've worked with every producer, almost every. Let me not say every producer.
Yeah.
But the most frustrated I've ever been in the studio is with Premier.
For real?
In a good way.
Yeah.
Primo will make a beat. I will write a whole rhyme to it, and then he'll be like, "I don't like it." And just erase the beat. I'm like, yo, motherfucker, I just wrote it.
You took your time to write
that. He'll do that. Yep.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Like I was a 28-year-old man. I had anxiety then. Like I got anxiety now. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I remember like being in D&D studio.
You like the beat a lot, huh?
I loved it, but it wasn't about. He's the only producer I've ever worked with that it wasn't about me liking the beat. It was about us liking it together.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't that chemistry together, he just knocked it out. Like that shit that we did on CNN.
Yeah.
That's my shit joint. Too. That was the 12th record.
Yeah.
Like he kept going like this. No.
You like what? And you wrote some shit.
Yep.
Oh, I got about 20 rhymes.
Yeah.
But that let me know he was a real, and he would not send us a beat.
Nah,
back then, that wasn't that. But he was like, you coming, and we went to D&D, and I say it in the joint, and up in D&D sleeping with the rats and the roaches because there was literally rats and roaches in D&D.
It was.
I'm not lying. Like,
I did go.
And a whole bunch of Dutch master guts.
That was the first studio. They had a candy machine.
Yep.
That
could buy Dutches.
You could buy Dutches. Like that's a candy machine. Thank you for speaking N.O.R.E. A vending machine, and they had fucking Philly blunts. And Dutches, in the studio, if you can't make a record in D&D studios, you were trash.
Yep,
because that shit just had a vibe. You would see Smith and Wesson over here.
It was hip hop though.
It was hip hop. I miss that.
Yes.
I miss a D&D studio.
Yes.
I miss that.
Just the board, like the board.
Yeah.
Primo in there.
I think Jay did
Million?
Someone for his album, and they recreated D&D Studios in the museum. Yeah, and I was like, y'all don't got the roaches though. But because that was the feeling too. You wanted to hurry up and finish.
Just like Green Street.
Like it was rats, roaches. It was Stick Up Kids.
Chung King Studios.
Chung King, oh my God.
Big rats.
Oh yeah, big rats in Chung King. Oh my God.
One time a rat, I'm doing heavy D shit. Big old fat rat ran right across the fucking floor, bro. I was like, that shit was big.
And Chung King, and you talking about the Chung King, not the 170 variant.
The one that was in Chinatown.
The one in Chinatown, yes. I remember that.
That shit right there.
I remember that. That's the War Report, Chung.
We got a lot done in that motherfucker.
Right.
All right. Biggie.
No, you ain't taking no more.
Biggie or not?
No. We got this. We know. We see what you trying to do. We know y'all light skinned niggas. We know what's going on with y'all karate class. We know.
Where we at with that?
All right, now I'm flipping it on your ass. Twister or Tech 9?
Oh, that's easy.
Twister, G. I'm going Twister. Yo, he go.
He's Chi-Town dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Chi-Town.
Yeah.
Like Twister.
Yeah.
Twister was he was.
fucking with you.
Twister.
When he was tongue twister.
He was tongue twister, and he was the first. I got to give it up. I got to give respect, flowers.
Yeah.
He was the first dude from Chicago to have to be signed to a
Major.
Was
it Jive?
No, he was signed to Loud.
That's right.
Even though, I'm saying to have a national, like we had
label mate
doing Loud. So he was doing, man, he did his thing and continued to do his thing.
He was in the Guinness Book of World Records, right?
He
went up against homie from Fushnikin.
Yeah.
Really?
Chip Fu.
I knew he was in the, I didn't know he went against Fushnikin.
Yeah, that's for fastest rap, yeah.
Chip is my guy. He nice.
Tribe Called Quest or the Wu-Tang?
You're not taking.
We're not even going.
not even listening to you, Tom. We got you. And by the way, that's our next question. NWA or Wu-Tang Clan? But he's taking them on an interview. NWA or Wu-Tang Clan?
Ooh, I'm gonna go with Wu, man. The Wu is like, let me acknowledge that being from Chicago, when we saw Ice Cube and them holding 40 ounces and just being like, that was similar to our culture.
Right, Jerry Curl.
New York. We had some Jerry Curl. I ain't had no Jerry Curl. But you know, I'm from the South Side. We ain't had no Jerry Curl.
And the gang culture was very similar too.
Yeah, but the gang culture and all, it was a lot of things similar.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of our roots come from the South. If you check people from LA, they people from Louisiana, Mississippi. That's where we from. Whereas y'all have like a whole lot, like from Jamaica, from Haiti, but you know, from Bahamas, from Puerto Rico. We didn't have that as much.
Right.
So that being said, I related to NWA point blank, and they was like dope as I was like straight out of Compton. A bitch is a bitch. Ice Cube, like I loved all that shit.
You say you didn't relate to?
I said I did relate to. But
he's giving the prelude to his Wu-Tang answer.
I need to hear how you make this sense. I'm very curious.
But when I heard Wu-Tang, I was like, yo, I've never heard anything where it's 9 MCs and I love the record. And I love
it. Sounds cohesive and there's so many.
And each one is a superhero.
Right.
If we would have had like the access we have now when Wu-Tang came out, and by the way, they got a TV show about them.
Yeah, right. On Hulu.
On Hulu.
Yeah.
So that is already. But what they did when I heard "Protect Your Neck," just all crazy. Like, the Wu-Tang, man, is. I mean, they untouchable in certain ways to me. Like, cause to have that many MCs, and then you could see the growth in, like, from when you hear "Protect Your Neck" and you hear Ray and Ghost, and then you hear them on Only Built for Cuban Link. It's a whole nother level, and you can hear that growth. But then you got the Genius who was always on that. Old Dirty Bastard is one of the most soulful rappers you will ever.
Yeah.
Soulful. I'm talking about like what. I don't know about you, N.O.R.E, but for me, sometimes I can get in the booth and I start trying to rap the thing the same way I did it before. Rap it. I be hearing takes of ODB doing that shit different. Every time. And that shit is soul.
And ODB was a person. Like I wrote records for ODB.
What? You did? I didn't even know that.
Come on. You didn't know that?
Nah.
Nigga, go listen.
What, Dame had you do it?
I don't think most of them never really.
Was it through
Pharrell?
Really?
That's right.
So that's right. Because you and Pharrell and ODB,
so like
everybody.
How'd you meet Pharrell?
Yeah,
because he was cocky.
I'm saying, how'd you meet him?
I love. He trying to take over the interview.
So my podcast starts.
I know what's going on here. But here's the funny shit, and it's a great question. Because if you listen to Super Thug, if you listen to the end of Super Thug, I go N.O.R.E, N.O.R.E, the remix. Super Thug was the remix to N.O.R.E, my song.
The single, the first single.
My album was already done, handed in.
Oh, wow.
And this young man, it was a dude by the name of Rob Walker.
I know Rob.
We know Rob. We all know Rob.
Hit up Martin Moore. Let me pick up Martin Moore.
Shout out to Martin.
Martin Moore was like, yo.
Who's on the Wu-Tang album.
Who's on the Wu-Tang album.
And the skits, the NYU radio skits.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's the first Wu-Tang album?
Yeah.
What the dude was saying,
the radio skit.
The radio joint, he's like, yo, you wanted that shit again?
That's him. Who ends up being my A&R.
And your manager.
It was my manager too. But really was my A&R for a penalty. So he hits me and says, listen, you have to meet this group called the Neptunes. I'm like, that shit sounds amazing. Neptunes. I never heard of that.
Yeah.
We meet at Sound on Sound Studios. I have on 5X pants.
Wow.
5X shirt for sure.
Wow.
Big clothes era. This is the big clothes era.
Yeah, big clothes. Right.
My hat had to be big too as well.
You had a 5X hat?
I don't know. It was somewhere. And in comes these two guys.
Yeah.
Exact opposite. Their shirt is very tight. He has a choker on, making his veins show. Uncomfortable a little bit.
You sure you're not exaggerating?
No, he
was that tight already.
No, he wanted to be the exact opposite of what was going on, but deliver the music of what was going on.
Right,
and he hates when I tell this story because he's humble now.
Yeah.
Now that he's fucking head of Louis fucking Vuitton.
Yeah.
He's humble now.
Yes.
But let me just tell you something. He wasn't then.
Oh, okay.
And he looked at me because he had work. I don't want to say I've ever been the first person to work for Pharrell because that's not the truth. Or work for Neptunes, excuse me. That's not the truth. They had worked with Total,
Teddy Riley,
Teddy Riley. But no one put them actually on the record, and no one put them in the forefront
until y'all joined.
And he looked at me and he said, he hates when I say this story, but I'm gonna say it again. He goes, "No one's listening to me, but the first person to listen to me is gonna go number one." And I don't know why I did that. That's how in my mind. Just let me roll with the story. And I was like, I believe you. I just believed him. I just was like he was the exact opposite of me. For the lack of a better term, I always describe it as this, and it gets a little weird. But I call it Beauty and the Beast because he had nothing like. We have nothing else in common. Just music.
But music.
Just music. Like
that's all it gotta be sometimes.
That's all it gotta be sometimes. Like I remember, like me and Pharrell been in the studio for at least 10 years. About me and
y'all been working. Y'all been working.
Let me not just say
y'all got joints.
I don't ever remember us ordering the same food.
Wow.
I don't ever remember us doing anything other than music.
But that's what's so dope about
That's what's so dope about music.
About music. Because I have been around so many people that I be like, man, I would have never known.
Sometimes music can separate and keep it still respectable.
Right.
It's
the common ground. It's the
common ground. Like,
no pun intended. But,
the All right, so hold on, let's move on. Okay.
Yeah.
M.O.P. or Mobb Deep? And I'm throwing that to you, people. Because I know you gonna drink.
Ooh. Let me get my shot. I got my shot.
Damn, you got two. You talking about two ill producers, Havoc and Premier.
Those are two monster duos right there.
Y'all some fucked up niggas.
Yeah, it's them right there. Y'all friends. Y'all friends.
Wow. I love M.O.P. Alright, don't get it fucked up. But it's something about Mobb Deep, man. Like it's Havoc. The way he made Shook Ones is amazing. Like I know the sample. I've listened to the record. You would never know or hear the sample. You won't hear the familiarity unless you slow it all the way down.
And you told me that was a jazz. That was a jazz record.
That's where the liquor in Havoc is a fucking tool.
Yes.
He did that. Shook Ones.
Did it on a skit.
It's the same with Survival of the Fittest. Survival of the Fittest. You don't know where that sample comes from unless he tells you, or unless
fire.
Yo, I was listening.
He told me
when I came
what he
in
used. He told me what he used. I had the record. But I didn't hear nothing on it.
Right.
So I'm listening to it, and then when he told me, I slowed it down. I said, "Oh shit, this dude is crazy. Havoc is ill."
You picked, but I'm still taking a shot.
Did he pick?
Bro.
He didn't really pick. He just gave us a whole inflation.
Mobb Deep.
He picked
Mobb Deep.
Now it's your
Mobb Deep, man, like Mobb Deep. When I heard the infamous, like I was like,
Did you hear Juvenile Hell?
Yeah, I heard Juvenile Hell.
Which is crazy that they were able to come back from that and do it.
Yeah, Juvenile Hell didn't move me like that. I ain't gonna front.
No, it didn't.
First joint. Like they had to learn and listen first.
Yeah.
And then
they were literally juveniles trying to figure it out.
Yeah, they was doing it. But I remember hearing Shook Ones. I was in New York, staying at somebody's house that worked at my label, just trying to make a living. And I heard Shook Ones. I said, man, this shit is.
I was like, you sure the sample comes from here? Because it's fast. It's fast jazz, fast loop. It's like, that's all it did. That's all it did. And then then you get Shook Ones from that.
Man, and that shit, that's one of the dopest hip hop songs ever.
Yeah, that's another game-changing track.
It's a game changer. And then, like you said, Survival of the Fittest. I promise you, I was listening to that before. When I came in here today, I was listening to Survival of the Fittest. But you know, when hearing Big Noid on their joints, and and hearing even Tip to flip that what he did
the liquor
sonically,
joint,
that album, the infamous, like when you, Tip told me he ended up mixing that album or whatever.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, and I feel like what Havoc and Prodigy brought as talents, and then Q-Tip's experience of what it sonically needed to sound like, that album just changed everything.
Yeah,
like, to me, it was like that's one of my favorite albums.
No, that's an amazing.
So I'm gonna play his.
I'm definitely taking a shot to that.
You're gonna be like, that ain't the sample. And then I'm gonna
taking
slow
a
it down.
shot?
We taking a shot.
We're gonna take a shot. I'm taking a shot just for Mobb Deep. God bless the soul.
Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
God bless the soul.
Rest in peace, Prodigy.
Rest in peace to Prodigy. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to.
I'm gonna play that sample.
I miss Prodigy.
That's not Survival.
I miss him like a motherfucker.
Yo, a little side note is fucking the bitch in you. The only time I went to Queensbridge, I went to meet up with Havoc, and he was gonna do a remix to the bitch in you.
Get the fuck out of here.
And he actually did a remix. Not he was gonna.
But a remix going at Cube?
Yes. And we did a remix and he was on the chorus.
We're gonna start some East Coast, West Coast shit.
Why did he want to go at Cube?
Q, you know it's all love.
But why did he want to go at Cube?
Nah.
He
just was like,
he was feeling the record.
He was like, niggas is like, yo, these niggas just in the West Coast. They like, yo, you saying what we feeling too.
But y'all had some stuff going on.
Which is LA too.
Yeah, LA.
Prodigy and Mobb Deep was involved, but
yes, sir. When I heard that joint, I was like, ooh.
Okay, let me let you finish.
No, so I went to Queensbridge. Them niggas took me around. I was with one of the twins, and we went to Power Play.
Power Play,
and then I remember just sitting there and talking with them niggas. I remember I was reading. They was like, "Man, you doing some shit Prodigy will do," and I was reading just to try to get in my zone. And then Havoc made this beat, and I was like, "Yo, dope." And he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna say the hook with you." And I see the bitch in you. And I always wonder where that shit is. We did that shit.
I'm gonna ask him about it.
We did that shit. Ask Havoc.
Let's bootleg that immediately.
I want to do
wherever you at, whoever got a copy of that, throw it out
for real
right now.
Yeah, he did that.
Just for historical purposes.
That was my Queensbridge experience. I felt good too because I was like, damn, Mobb Deep took me through the, it's like that. Like what you said about Cabrini Green. Certain people from that area took you through that.
Yeah. Marley and Master Ace took me through Queensbridge.
Did they?
Yeah.
And Master Ace who's from Brooklyn.
I know.
You know what his crazy thing is? I heard when Marley Marl, he got on this show and he told us that he recorded Rakim's whole album in Queensbridge.
Yes, sir.
And I was just like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
He said it on this show. He sat in the same chair you sitting at right now. And he said, and I was just like,
wow.
That shit is amazing. Like
he recorded, I got a question for all of y'all.
Let's go.
Y'all know hip hop.
I love how you're taking over our show. We're peeping this. We know. We can see.
One of my hip hop comrades that I work with a lot, De La Soul.
Yes, De La.
Shout out to
who got their masters back.
Shout out to De La. Shout out to De La. De La is my family. De La is my family. God bless the soul of Dave.
Yes, sir.
And Paz is actually on our album.
Yes, he is.
But I ain't bring it up for that reason. But one of them told me that Shan wrote.
That'll explode.
Is that true? Yeah. Good look. But did Shan write any of Rakim's first joint? Like somebody told me that Shan.
You starting a fucked up rumor.
I heard that.
I'm not
done. I want to touch on that. I don't know.
This is something that comes across, and you hear things.
I'm asking. I just want to know.
Listen,
y'all hip hop. Y'all know a lot about hip hop.
And Shan gonna look at this.
Shan would cuss the nigga out.
Shan said that out loud.
Somebody told me And now, you know, it probably ain't true.
Yeah.
Now, you know, but they was like, yeah, he wrote some of the early, like my melody or something. But then it don't sound like Sham.
I can't hear that. I can't hear that.
I just can't see nobody right now.
Nah, I can't see nobody.
I see him writing for many
I had to
people.
bring it up because
I don't think so.
When they brought it up to me, and it was coming from official niggas, I'm like,
I think Sham would have said it on Drink Champ.
Yeah, Sham would have blew it up.
He said everything he could say in the world.
On his own Instagram. On his own Instagram. You gotta follow MC Sham. Don't follow MC Sham. Your life is not right.
And he speaks his truth.
Yo, he really do.
Yo, he really goes, and he goes at everybody. He does not give a
Yeah, he doesn't hold
You
back.
know, some of the shit he says is kind of true.
He's true.
he's real with it.
I'm in. I'm in the boss. I'm in the
so I'm
MC
like,
shit.
yo, bro ain't lying.
Yes,
He's
I am.
definitely
It's just when he's not wearing his teeth, you're like, shit.
Yeah.
But he says it, y'all. When he's looking to come in the middle.
I like that. You gonna be
He
real.
keep it up.
He be drinking champagne.
Yeah.
He be drinking champagne. What is it called? What do you call it?
Sham Pipple.
What does he call it?
We gonna call it Sham Pipple.
Shizzle with the nizzle. Nizzle with the shizzle. Something like
The
that.
shizzle with the whistle. Like, yo.
Nah, Sham's ill.
Sham
Yo,
Pipple.
by the way, let me tell you something. We interviewed MC Shan. This motherfucker went over there. I didn't even know that existed. I was like, holy shit, we got a part of it over there?
Yeah.
And he went over there. So
That was an amazing
Can I
episode.
salute y'all team? She is more attentive
That's right.
than like.
That's right. That's what we do. You know what's crazy? I'm catching a flight to see you. I'm like, this nigga Common is here at the game. I have no excuse, so I pushed my flight up.
Yeah.
That's how I got. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I really didn't want you to beat
Our
me.
text messages
I was so
were
mad.
crazy yesterday.
Yo, I don't want no artist to beat me here. So I'm like, and you did. I was so mad at you. I was like, yo, he came early and beat Rockets on the flight with me. I see him
we
back
on
at
the
me in
flight
first
together.
class. I was like, I gotta beat him. As
told me
well.
he got out the plane.
Yo, they can't
when
beat
I
me
got
here.
out the plane, there was no N.O.R.E. in sight. Like,
No.
you know how you can still see a motherfucker walking down?
Oh no.
He was gone.
I have a complex now that I'm still an artist. I'm gonna be an artist for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But I have a complex where I want my team to salute you when you walk in. I want you to feel great.
Yeah.
And I was running here, and they said, "Common is here." I was like, I almost was like, "Tell them we're not open."
Yo, I ain't gonna front. Yesterday when they was like, yo, we got a schedule
But you
for
was
this
here
time.
yesterday, right?
No, we were at the game.
Yeah, we was at the
Oh,
game.
that's right.
We're gonna tell the New Yorkers you're not allowed no more. We ain't like your
Eye
comment.
contact.
Oh, you know about that? Okay, all right. Salud.
So I was, when they told me, they was like, yo, they want to move the time back. And then I was like, because Chris, shout out to Chris Atlas. Shout
out to Chris, man.
Shout out to Chris Atlas. Chris is talking to my team like, yo, they want to move the time back. Boom, boom, boom. I was like, okay, cool. 'Cause that might mean I might get on a later flight. And then I was like, well, I was supposed to do a sound check and blah, blah, blah. I'm doing the show. And then I said, well, shit, damn, how we going to do this? And then they said, okay, they really want to move the time back because N.O.R.E. at the Knicks game. Yeah. So then I was like, well, I'm going to be at the Knicks game. We good.
I was like, this nigga, he can't.
I'm the only one not there.
Yes.
We got to go to the Knicks game.
Listen. Oh, shit. I know we spoke about it earlier, but that euphoria.
Yeah. Yep.
Yo, and then they had, but I know we spoke
In the
about it a
Garden
little
you
bit.
talking about, right?
But then they had Mark Jackson, the Trail Spree, Patrick Ewing.
John
Patrick Ewing
Starks.
stepped to me too. He said,
What?
sweating at the foul line like Pat Ewing. You know, I said that back in the day.
No, when niggas say your lines, you say, yo, that's
Right. That's right.
Yo, and by the way, like I'm still like humble. I'm a humble person.
Of course.
Just so you know.
Of course.
So Fat Joe sees Spike Lee. And Spike Lee's like, what's up, Fat Joe? And they start talking. And I'm just like, let me mind my business. You know, let me just like be a little humble.
Yeah.
Like, Fat Joe was offering me drinks. This, you know it's bad. Where I'm like, I don't want to even drink. I just want to be on my best behavior
Right.
or whatever. And Spike Lee goes, and then Fat Joe goes, come on, let's take a picture, Spike. And Spike goes, N.O.R.E, get in the fucking picture. And I had a fucking awesome time.
Hell yeah, bro.
And God is there.
Yo, bro,
man, these are people we all loved growing
God is a
up.
funny dude. Like, I'm thinking about the first record we made, and that was 1998, wasn't it?
98.
Yeah, 98.
That was 98. That's the best year of my life.
Yep.
Just so both of y'all know. It's the best year of my life. Also, worst year of my life because of incidents. I think we lost Pun that year, and I lost my father.
God bless his soul.
God bless.
But I had the illest success. I had the most, you know what I mean? And when I'm looking at that, and your friend, he's crazy. He has all of your albums. Wow. You know, he's a stalker. I thought I was a stalker. Like,
he's a DJ, bro.
Yes.
DJ.
He's a DJ.
And I'm looking, and I'm like, wow. And then yesterday, I get to see you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're literally like the very seat that's across from me. And then I see you in the airport, and I was like, God is really
he's the bomb, son.
Like, it's meant to be. Like, this is not. This shit is and like again. I know I said it earlier, but I'm gonna reiterate it before we finish. Quick Time with Slime. But I'm so happy that you brothers. It's slow time with Slime. But I'm really so happy. One, that you brothers are together. Brothers. Neither one of y'all forgot about hip hop, and like I said, every time I see y'all, I know that y'all represent hip hop. And I just want to thank y'all one more time. Before we finish, I want to thank y'all, okay? Because
thank you for
really
this
happy
platform for allowing us to be seen and heard, to really show people that like we still out here, we still got the talent. Thank you for that.
And y'all been doing, y'all do this, and it's important, man. That like that people that know the culture and know hip hop and come from it, like y'all reaching people that. There's some people that didn't know the culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's people that like y'all introducing people, but because y'all like gonna bring Marley Marl or MC Shan on, somebody is gonna know that, or Patti LaBelle, or like Meth, like whomever, like I mean, we know some of the people, but some we don't. But because y'all know it the way you know it, it's like really exposing like who we are.
It's an insult to think that we don't watch.
Yes. No. Well, thank you. Well, hold on. Let's finish this up. Hold on, because I see these answers, and there's these evil motherfuckers. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I think you got to answer this one.
Which one? Oh yeah. No. Ice Cube or Scarface?
Ooh. Oh.
I'm gonna let Pete answer first, but I'm gonna tell you, I already know who I'm gonna say.
Scarface.
Okay.
For me.
I'm going Ice Cube. Man, the fact that Ice Cube, I don't know, man. The Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted, Death Certificate.
Kill at Will. You can't forget that.
Bird His Hand, Kill at Will with Jackin' for Beats. The fact that he wrote, one thing he did, Lil Jim, he told me, I hope he shared it with everybody else, but that song, where Eazy-E was like, little girls and boys, they all love me. He wrote that for Eazy-E, Gangsta's Fairy Tale. He said, little girls and boys, they all love me. Come sit on the lap of Eazy-E. But he changed it to ICE and made it his song. The fact that he could write songs for other people and it feel like they songs, but then he write his own shit and it was like shit we had never heard. Like I used to love A Bitch Is a Bitch, and people probably won't think that because
Well, he did write the bitch in you.
I mean, but sometimes y'all be like, communist conscious nigga that only do it like, I'm like, come on, man.
You a hip hop.
So that being said, it's like, I don't know, I'm gonna go with Cube. Much respect to Scarface, and I love him, but I feel like I'm an MC, so I be feeling like I be looking sometimes when I hear influence, and I think at some point Scarface was influenced by Ice Cube, and Scarface is amazing. He did some soulful shit, but Ice Cube is like, man, he did some legendary shit that's just like straight out of Compton. He wrote a lot of that shit.
Yeah,
Right.
history,
Yeah.
definitely history, man.
Pete Rock? You said Scarface already.
Yeah, I said
He said
Scarface,
Scarface.
and I say Scarface because, you know, after speaking to him and getting to be his friend and shit like that, it's like,
Face is deep.
yeah.
And he's a funny dude.
And you know, The Block is one of my favorite joints.
Yeah.
And
That
of course,
album, what's the
Playing
album?
Tricks
The
on Me.
Fix?
Yeah.
The album's The Fix,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
With
yeah.
The Def Jam album.
Yeah.
That was the
Yo,
Def
I
Jam.
love that fucking
That album was
Oh
so
my God.
That beat is
Crazy.
crazy. Who did that beat?
I don't know.
My block.
Yeah.
Kanye or the RZA?
I think it was Ye.
No, Kanye or the RZA.
Oh, he's taking
Oh,
he's taking over the show. He's taking over the show.
We're not allowing this no more. We're not allowing this no more.
Kanye or the RZA?
We got you. You asking me?
Yeah.
What? All right. So, all right. What criteria?
What beats you like?
criteria for you.
Hey, you can't get.
Because they both rap.
Beats.
Oh,
I'm talking about beats.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Damn, that's a
I
hard.
have worked with the RZA before, and I have worked with Ye. I've never worked with Ye as a producer, but Ye scared the shit out of me. One day I'm in Carbone. I wrote a whole rhyme in Carbone. By the way, I am a resource room, special education, child.
Yeah.
So I write in graffiti, even type.
Yeah.
I type in graffiti.
Wow.
No one can read my wife
I
can't
could
read
probably
it.
read it. I could-
My wife can't read it because you're a Gemini.
Yeah,
Don't-
nigga, I could read that.
But no. Let me not say my wife can't read it. She's never tried.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
My wife never looked at my phone for a fucking rhyme.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but no one can read my rhymes.
Wow.
Like I've never met somebody that can read my rhyme.
Wow, that's-
Kanye not only read my rhyme, he read it how I wrote it.
Wow.
Like the flow that you meant.
He looked at my phone, and by the way, who the fuck? Where's Diego at? Who was it? Jeff? What's his name? Jared Kushner. This is the fucking president's son-in-law
At the time.
We're
The president's at the time.
at the time,
Damn.
and I'm writing a rhyme, and he's watching me write the rhyme. Like, you know how sometimes, like, I'm an MC, so I just couldn't turn it off.
Of course.
And I put the phone down, and Kanye looked at my phone, and he
He knew it.
He spit it how I wrote it. Even if you could write it. I don't know. That man is a genius. That man, he went like this.
Kanye is different. He's different, man.
And I looked and I was like,
Trust me.
I said, give
I
my
worked
phone
with him
back.
closely in Hawaii, so
He's a
genius.
I seen some things with him that's like just threw me back. Like,
No, he's a genius.
oh shit,
Yo.
this dude is.
But you can't take away from
He's
from
a
RZA's
genius.
nuts.
I don't use that word that much. He's a genius.
People get mad when you call Kanye, but in for what he does and how he does it, he's a genius.
He's a musical genius.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Was that savant?
Yep.
Simple as that.
Yes,
Ain't
yes.
no going around.
We're going to get out of quick time of slimes. Let's hurry up.
We never get out of this motherfucker.
All right.
Yep.
This for you again.
Okay.
Oh,
Biggie or Big Pun?
Love them both, but I'll go with Biggie.
This is also for you. Bulls or the Knicks? You know.
Knicks.
Look,
Oh,
man, come on.
Knicks. I'll say it to his face.
Comment.
thought you
You're
were asking
outnumbered
Comment.
right now. Comment.
I
Just
say it to your face.
be careful.
Knicks.
Yeah, we know you're gonna pick the Bulls.
6 joints.
I'm going with the Bulls.
Yes.
Let's remember that we shut y'all down.
Damn, Comment. You
Let's
are.
remember,
I do remember.
yo.
We do. You
How
don't
can we
have to
forget?
remind us.
Remember.
We do
We
remember.
shut y'all niggas
Yes,
down.
you don't have to remind us. We do remember.
I need to remind you because you brought up the Bulls.
Yo,
and the
did
Knicks.
you
How can I forget
understand that yesterday we
remember.
said "fuck you, Reggie" and he wasn't even in the building? We're hurt. We're hurt, Common.
Exactly. And y'all deserve that hurt. No, but seriously, yo, the Bulls.
The Bulls.
I'm gonna go with
United
the Bulls.
Center.
But it's amazing to see that what Mike did to y'all.
Yeah.
Just think about what Mike did. Like, just think about.
I feel like burning his leg right now.
No, this is not working. Can y'all light more of that shit?
Think about this. Yeah, for look. No Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley,
Yeah.
Karl Malone,
Greats.
Never got a ring.
Never.
Gary Payton, cousin MJ.
Damn.
In Chicago, we bred that man. We got Oprah. Y'all named a lot of people. Let me go down the list of people we got. We cultivated Oprah to be who she was. God bless her.
You got Gayle King too?
No, we ain't get Gayle King. I love Gayle. I love Gayle. But look, we cultivated him. President Obama.
Yeah.
Obviously Michelle Obama from the
Hold on,
South
this
Side.
nigga just bred Obama.
Hold
on, you cheating, man.
That's in the middle. That's in the middle of what I'm talking about. Shaka Khan, Minnie Riperton. R. Kelly, we did a song where we got to give it up for Ye, Chance, Lupe, we go to the new school, the Little Durks and G Herbo.
Yes, Little Durk, G Herbo.
Go give it, Chicago, we got our shit. So
Chicago got it.
Definitely. I give it up.
He threw Chief Keef in there. Come on, and Lil Durk, and G Herbo.
Yep.
All our homies. All
keep it moving.
All right, yeah, keep it moving.
Clips or EPMD?
I'm going EPMD, man. Them dudes come on, man. They did.
You said
4
Clips?
albums.
The Clips, yeah.
That's kind of odd.
Yeah.
These guys,
Remember.
they're odd.
Okay. That's a little odd.
Listen, EPMD, come on, man.
Yeah.
Them 4 albums, James, they did 3 segments of
The
James.
thing is, you can't pair teachers with youngins. You understand what I'm saying?
Tell them niggas over there.
You can't compare teachers with youngins. That's
And the birth of the Hit Squad out of EPMD by itself, what that did.
And just the albums, think about EPMD got Strictly Business, Unfinished Business,
Unfinished Business,
Crazy catalog.
What was it?
Back to Business,
Back to Business, crossover, all that shit that was good.
Crossover, wild,
Headbanger.
Yo, Headbanger is crazy.
So
this is another weird
Just
pairing.
Blaze or DJ Mustard?
No. Oh, okay.
Who you asking?
You.
Just Blaze. I know Mustard has a track record of all the new things that's going on, and he's had his hits.
Right.
But I'm gonna go with because I'm gonna go with what I know.
Right. Yeah, I respect that.
I know the dude, so that's what's up.
You ain't even got to answer that.
Next one is crazy.
No, all right. I'm going to change this one up. Okay, hold on. Did we use?
He's trying to pick a difficult one.
Yeah, he's trying to.
Did we use? All right.
We didn't say that one.
No,
all right.
birthday,
So
brother.
I'm a Virgo.
Oh,
What?
Oh, my
September?
brother.
September 6th.
Okay.
Yes. Nas or Biggie?
That's one of the hardest picks for me.
You want me to change it up there?
No.
Okay.
I like. I'm gonna say what
But you like to break it down.
I like. I'm gonna go with Nas. And
You've been steady with Nas.
Yeah.
I'm steady with Nas.
Yeah.
I'm steady with
The
Nas.
light skin delegation is a real nigga. I like how y'all stick together. I really do.
Let me say this though about Biggie. I think Biggie is to me, you hear the word consummate. He's a consummate MC because he's one of the MCs that I feel like had some of the dopest lyrics, like similes, metaphors.
Yeah.
His voice is like, a voice is a gift that God only can give. Like Luther
Very
Vandross got a voice.
Right. Yeah.
Like Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin,
Minnie Riperton.
Minnie Riperton. It's a voice. Biggie had a voice. Nas got a voice. They both got, like, some MCs I'm like, they dope, but they ain't got a voice that's a gift.
But Biggie's was unique.
Biggie's was Biggie.
Very.
But Nas is unique too. That little grasp in his thing is like incredible. Biggie also is incredible with the stories. And one thing that even though I picked Nas, one thing I would say Biggie had over a lot of MCs is he knew how to ride over those commercial beats.
Yep.
And still keep it MC.
And keep it gangster.
Keep it hardcore. Yeah.
Like if you take Hypnotize and you put that shit on a different beat, you like, he was kind of
Even Nasty Girl is crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So I got
One more chance.
Yeah.
I got a theory that the dudes that got Jamaican descent, they ride the rhythms the best. Busta.
No, that's real. That's true. That's true.
Oh, I'm glad Rasta wasn't here.
Something about us.
It's like Kareem is
They got something. KRS, Biggie. Yo, I'm telling you, I got a little theory. I'll be studying this shit.
No, that's real though.
No,
that's actually real.
Jamaican dudes be like, the way they ride the bus is the greatest.
That's
rhythm
great
around.
to hear you say that.
Because reggae artists, if someone that doesn't listen to reggae and thinks it's dance music, but then the reggae artists be saying some hard ass shit on that rhythm. You know?
On that rhythm.
What? And it all starts when, you know, we can talk about reggae music. N.O.R.E was like the reggae artist rap cat.
Right.
In Jamaica, you know, when it comes to the Jamaican world full of Jamaicans, N.O.R.E was that guy.
He said, "Big up."
Yeah. You got the Jamaican master going crazy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm glad you didn't hear it.
Buster knows about N.O.R.E.
We ain't gonna hear the rest of this shit.
Ask him about it.
We gonna be boxing tomorrow. You're gonna be like, you heard what P-Rock said about the rude boy.
Yes, boy.
Yard man thing that.
Shout out to Buju, who was stateside recently.
That true.
Yeah.
Buju got back in America.
Yeah, he got back in, man.
Yo. I want to shine.
We need to give him his flowers.
Yes, sir. Welcome back, brother.
It's crazy.
Yep.
Okay. Radio or podcast?
Radio.
Premier or Dr. Dre?
Premier for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
6 Sense.
Yeah. And Premier just, you know, that's my taste more. I love the Dr. Dre Chronic and all that stuff. But Premier, man, it ain't nothing like some of them joints that the Gangsta did, like them Gangsta, like when I be hearing Step Into the Arena and like
The Wick.
Manifest and like The Wick. And like, yo, some of them joints is just like, I'm like, fuck, man, this shit is incredible.
Shit's
and
crazy.
That's why them dudes is like, for me, Pete Rock, and I know they always get classified together. Pete Rock got his own sound, Premier got his own
Totally
sound.
different sound.
But it's just like two greats when we like talk about, like I listen to jazz, so Miles Davis and John Coltrane are two of my favorites. Mm-hmm. But, you know, but they don't sound alike, but they still got their own sound. And I listen to them both. And that's what, to me, what Pete Rock and who Pete Rock is, and then Premier. So Dre is like incredible producer. He got the sounds, but I'm going with Primo.
Yep.
I respect that.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Acting or rapping?
Yeah.
Man, I'm going rapping, man.
I knew you was gonna
You right back where you started.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, you ever been with, y'all married? Some of y'all married?
Yeah, I'm married like a motherfucker.
So,
Don't compare me to none of this shit.
You ever been like, man,
We know you've been outside. I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna get there. You've been outside, brother. Yeah. You've been respectfully outside.
You got to honor the way I live.
We murder you.
This should have been called dating champ.
Hey, you got to honor the way I live.
He used to love her.
Yeah, he used to love her.
Yes.
I used to love it.
Literally.
Yes.
Question again.
Acting or rapping?
Acting or rapping, yeah.
Yeah. For me, I feel like rapping. I brought up a woman because I was like, you know how you like be like, man, I'm about to go out and do all that, but you always come back home.
Yep.
Home ain't nothing like home.
Right.
And you know, I ain't saying like niggas do go out do it. We married niggas. We staying focused. But the point is, like, no matter what I do, hip hop is always the base.
Right.
It's always the base. I feel like God gave me that.
That's your constant.
To understand who I am.
Yep.
Right.
And like to express who I am and to be able to touch down with certain people.
Yep.
So acting is something, I love it like I love, I ain't gonna lie, I love it like I love music. I ain't at the level that I, like, even though some people come to me, I used to love when people come to me and be like, man, I like you better as an actor than a rapper. I'll be like, okay, cool. But I
said it to me about podcasting. I don't know if I like it or not.
Yeah.
You a podcaster than a rapper. I'm like,
but it just shows
if I like that.
It shows how diverse you are.
Right. Yeah.
Like for you to go into another
genre
and dominate and be great at it.
Right. Ill. That's crazy. That's ill transition.
So that's how. So for me, I love acting, but I ain't gonna lie. Rapping is like, man, I ain't gonna lie. Coming to be able to work with Pete was like, man, this is some of the best. Like I was
something I always wanted to do. I've been waiting to work with this dude.
I was geeked. Like, yo, when he send beats, like when he send beats and just one little snippet. Man, that's the joy I felt when I first was like, it's only certain producers that have been able to do that for me. It's only J Dilla, Pete Rock, and maybe Kanye. Wow. That's been able to be like, I get a beat and I'm like, oh man, my world can't nothing mess with my world at this point. Unless it's something with my family going on or something, you know what I'm saying? Right. But anyway, when Pete send them beats, so I'm gonna go with rapping, man.
I was rapping.
I rap.
Yeah, rap. I was really rap.
Rap. N.O.R.E.
Pete producing or Pete rapping?
Man.
Ooh, that's a hard. I mean, that's not hard. It's just like
say it first.
I didn't care about rapping. I cared about the music, so I don't care what you say.
Let me say,
we knew that's what he was.
I mean, it's Pete producing.
Right.
Like this dude is one of the greatest producers.
Yeah.
Like it ain't
all time.
All time. Hey, we started off.
We're not saying that lightly, folks.
We're
not saying that.
started off this thing, and I was saying N.O.R.E. I was like, yo, not just in hip hop, man. We gotta recognize what hip hop producers have done to music. Like we honor and we should honor Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Yep.
We should honor the Maurice Whites and them people.
Yep.
But Pete Rock is like for a genre, he created and helped elevate a whole genre, and the music transcended beyond that genre.
Other genres copy what hip hop producers were doing.
Point blank.
Yeah.
It's really inspiration. Like I know copy is a word that people use, but I say it's really
reinvented.
Me inspiring people to just want to do the same thing.
That's humble of you.
Yeah, that's it. That's the humble answer. Yeah.
But his raps is cold, but
yeah.
Heavy D or Chuck Rock?
Heavy D. I love Chuck, but Heavy D.
Oh man, Heavy D, man, for me. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, part of it might be
Chubb is a dope rap.
Chubb and Special Ed to me was two MCs that did this intricate thing that I was like, oh shit, these dudes cold. But Heavy D, after just learning what he's done, Heavy D.
Right.
Yeah.
Oof.
Method Man or Buster.
Wildin' out, man. LL Cool J or Big Daddy Kane? Either of you.
Ooh. Well, LL was like did he come before Big Daddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, 16 years old. So I was on to LL on his first album, Dear Yvette, the whole first album. Can't Live Without My Radio, all that. Oof. Like, that was like the only hip hop I knew when I heard LL Cool J. Then they did the Crush Groovin' movie.
Yep.
Body Moving.
You know what I'm saying? And like LL was in it. He was in it. And then I'm Bad was like, oh shit.
I'm going with LL because LL, I ain't gonna lie, LL was one of them dudes that I was like, he did it on the lyrical side. If you listen to a lot of stuff, To the Break of Dawn, I love, and I listen to the song To the Break of Dawn. He'd be like, Pete Rock just stepped in the studio. I love that stuff. but LL was like, he could do a lot of different stuff too. Cause Mama Said Knock You Out ain't like 1-900.
Not at all. Yeah,
that's my favorite joint.
Off that Panther album. That shit is cold.
And I tell you this.
Motivate, celebrate.
Dominate. Yo, LL, man. LL. I love Big Daddy Kane, but LL.
No, I love Big Daddy
And he's
Kane
still
too.
snapping.
Yeah, and how young he started in his career to this, now doing Rock the Bells radio. Like, it's crazy, everything.
LL,
the
Ice
fact
Cube.
that he has a radio station.
I'm going to say Ice Cube.
Respects this.
Yeah.
Ice Cube or Black Dog.
Yep.
Oh, come on. All right, come on. Let's hurry up.
I'm going to say Ice Cube still.
Let's hurry up.
Black Dog's the better MC in that situation.
Listen, Black Dog.
Ice Cube and Nas.
Okay.
Come on, man. You need to stop, man.
I'm playing games now.
Analog or digital?
Analog.
I'm going analog, man. All day.
I just feel like you about to say digital just to be different.
No, I always said analog. I couldn't transfer over to digital DJ. I'm fucking gonna say digital.
Gotta
I
say
still got vinyl, bro.
Yeah, go to the next one. I don't want to exit this one.
Me neither.
Skip it.
Skip it. Menace to what? Oh yeah, Menace to Society or Juice?
Oh,
that one be good.
Ooh. Answer that one because I was on the set of Menace to Society.
Really? I thought you were gonna say Juice right now.
Nah, we watched the very last shooting scenes, and then after they wrapped up, we partied at Universal Studios. Me, CL, and all the actors and actresses that were in the movie.
Right.
Yep.
So how did you get there? I don't see you.
Y'all had because we were on the soundtrack. We did a song on the soundtrack, Death Becomes You.
Ooh, that shit was dope. You snapped on that shit.
Yeah. And I wrote that myself.
That shit, you snapped on that shit. But yo, I'm going with Menace. I watched Menace.
You said Menace, right?
Yeah,
I'm going with Menace.
Okay.
But I'm going with Menace too. Y'all, I know y'all didn't like really ask me, but I'm going with I'm going with Menace because I saw that shit like, I ain't gonna lie. I saw that shit like 8 times at the movie theater, maybe 9. That's when I like a movie like that. I was going to see that shit. Menace to Society was crazy. Juice was dope, but Menace to Society was on another level.
And I got a shout out in Juice.
Lorenz Tate.
And I got the shout out. The nigga said my name in that shit.
In the DJ scene, right?
Yes.
To me, it's Juice.
Yes.
In that sense.
Yes.
As a DJ, I mean, it was a big difference for me as a DJ.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, I want.
Yeah, I should have said Juice.
Yeah.
I should have said Juice, but they're both great movies.
Take a shot for that then.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, take a shot.
Go take a shot.
Take a shot, man.
I went to jail for Juice. So.
Run it up.
They're all great movies though. Both of them.
Said my name. You know, shout out to my
Rap
man
City
Jermaine.
or Yo MTV Raps?
Rap City.
I'm going Yo MTV Raps, man. I like my goal was to be on Yo MTV Raps, like Air Lover, Dr. Dre, and Dr. Dre, the other Dre, and then 5 Freddy. When they came to Chicago and did Yo MTV Raps, that shit was like monumental.
Can I change my answer?
You can take a shot for it.
Okay. Yo MTV Raps.
Yo MTV Raps. I remember
they came to my house.
I was on Rap City, so I'm in that sense I'm biased. I DJ'd a 2 episodes.
Take a shot for that motherfucker.
Yeah. It was
Fat Five
big
Freddy
thing.
came
Yeah,
to
in the
my
basement. There was no basement.
Wow.
Yeah, he came to my basement.
Wow.
Fat Five Freddy filmed.
But Yo MTV Raps was growing up.
that was
That was everything.
Come on, man. Like I remember even they did like I can remember from Yo MTV Raps when people would say different ad libs. So Yo MTV Raps, that changed the hip hop. To be honest.
Yeah.
Before it was Rap City.
Yeah, you were right about that.
So let's go. MPC 3000 or the MPC 2000?
XL. Come on, man.
2000 XL. That's what I made this album with.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
The
The whole album with Common is the MPC 2000 XL. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the last question for Quick Time with Slime. Then we'll get ready to the regular interview.
And go to the bathroom.
And
Loyalty
or respect?
Ooh. What song you was?
Not everybody's loyal. Not everybody's loyal, so I'll say respect.
Okay, wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I'll say respect.
I'm
first.
definitely going respect, man. I be listening to it's this pastor. You know, it's this pastor named Miles Monroe, and he was from the Bahamas, and he spoke a lot about spirituality on a higher level, not just but he was talking about the one thing that men we need naturally is respect from a woman, like respect.
For a woman or for a period?
From a woman.
Okay.
It's respect.
Yeah.
Like more than a lot of other shit. If a woman respect your being and who you are and what you say, and we want that as people, just respect, because loyalty, everybody can fall off at some point.
Yeah.
Because of their own shit.
Yeah.
But respect is I might be going through some shit, but I'm gonna still give you the respect that you deserve. And then I'm gonna have to go work on my shit. But but that's why I say respect.
Yeah.
And you answered that, Pete, already?
Yeah, I answered that.
You said respect?
I said respect because, you know, as a human being and as a man, you know, it feels better for me to be respected. You feel me? Loyalty don't last. You ever been through that? I know you've been through that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to run with respect because, like, you know, there's loyal people and then there's not.
Yeah.
Right.
Gotta always weigh the options.
But wouldn't you want both?
Yeah,
I would want both, but I can't have
like
both.
in Quick Time with Slime, this is the thing that we find funny.
This the only time
people say both or neither, whatever. But when it comes to loyalty and respect, they never want to say both. I would say I want both.
No.
So you got your shot?
Relax.
I mean,
you know what? Both is good to have. To have two.
Yes.
But I always think of, you know, I always weigh it out.
Hey man, we're not saying
with
that.
the way the world works.
Saying, what do we want?
But what we want is perfect.
I would want both.
Yes.
But how the world works is different.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, but even to me, like, I feel like I can understand when some people like
sorry, chick.
ain't as loyal. Like, that ain't the way I function.
Wait for that.
Wait,
I said I can understand sometimes when people like just
loyal.
Like, not that I'm like I'm around a lot of unloyal people, but I'm just like, everybody have faults, but respect is something that's like I can naturally give to any human being.
Right. It could
like,
be a stranger.
It's a stranger.
You just give
and I
a
get
certain amount of respect.
Yeah. So, and I think to me, respect for me is like something that when you give it to a human being, it just make the world better. Loyalty sometimes is an expectation. What if somebody ain't loyal to you, and you like, okay, this person ain't loyal to you? Do you turn on them? Do you be like boom, boom, boom? That meaning
you don't have to.
You don't have to. So I'm saying, like, loyalty is something that you expecting from that person.
Right.
But respect is something that you demanding from another person that you like, okay, yo, this is what I just want as a human being. And it's like taking, I mean, you could want loyalty as a human being too and say, like, I deserve this, but I understand, for me, I understand when certain people don't have the loyalty at certain times.
Yeah.
That, and you know, it's just my thought. That's just the things that I've experienced.
Yeah.
I don't, and I think
I gotta take a pic.
yeah, go. I don't. I wanted both.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm like naive, maybe I'm stupid, but
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I actually demand both because I present both.
It's the right thing to do.
You know what I'm saying? I present both. Like, let me move on. Okay.
No, but I like that. I like what you're saying, and that's what we should demand that from people. I like
that should be standard.
We deserve both.
Yeah,
We do.
Like we're kings. We doing some fucking phenomenal shit. We helping other people whether they know it or not, or and DMX sat in that same seat, and DMX said he never disses a rap rapper anymore because that one rap rapper is feeding 16 families. And when he said that, I was like, holy shit! I don't want to diss nobody no more. Like, I want to like help, but also I demand a little bit. I demand, like,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing, yeah.
I'm phenomenal.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong.
Yeah, ain't nothing.
I'm phenomenal, and I just demand some phenomenal
That's
shit.
right.
Yeah.
Like, you should be.
That's right.
And for me, that just that's all simple little things I'm asking for. It's just be loyal to me. I'm gonna be loyal
I don't
to you.
want much.
And respect me, and I'm gonna respect you.
That's
yeah.
it.
And
I would love
it's
both.
actually simple. It's actually not even
To
money.
do both is simple.
It's not
I would
even
love
money.
both.
Yeah.
I love both.
But it's not reality.
But it can be reality. Like, I feel like where we at right now, we like it's
This
a lot
is
of
love.
loyalty and respect.
Yes.
It's both. It's
Yep.
both.
Yep.
It's both. Like, we
Right there.
like
Yep.
even in every element, I feel the loyalty and respect.
Right here.
But I also give room for somebody that, like, they might not feel as loyal because sometimes people been through certain shit and they might not have trust.
Yeah.
And they just got trust issues and they like, I can't be loyal to you until you show them certain things. So like, for me, loyalty is one of them things where it's like, I understand you might, man, we all been through some shit.
Yep.
So a person could be like, man, I don't trust that person. So their loyalty might not be there.
Right.
But to respect the person is just like, I don't gotta know you or not. Yo, this is Pete Rock.
Yep.
I respect him
Yep.
for who he is as a producer, as an artist,
super legend.
But then as a human being, just as a man. And I don't take a lot. You ain't gotta have no type of interaction to respect somebody.
Yep.
And that's for me. But I don't know. That's how I feel about it. But I would like both. Yeah.
So let me ask you, Pete. And before we started the interview, you know, my boy Chris Atlas asked me, to make sure we careful with this subject.
Yeah.
And I want to be careful with this subject, but I would be real
because I know how to
not ask.
Yeah, no, you can ask whatever you want.
So we're doing a lot of albums, and we don't see UNCL Smooth.
Yeah.
If we would take this out the interview if you want.
No, that's all good. No, good.
Because I gotta be kind of like a little bit media and like just ask. Like,
I'm gonna tell you this.
Not negative.
Not negative at all. I'm gonna say that he's the best talent I've ever came across in my whole life.
You guys created magic, man.
I mean, I've never heard a guy rap like this. I never heard a voice like this. And even we shared great times together. Don't get it all fucked up now. Like, we've had our good times, you know what I'm saying? And then, just like life, people have ups and downs. And sometimes, when we're in the negative zone, we tend to go like this, you know what I'm saying? And then what we would wish for each other is growth.
Right.
But when one is growing and one isn't, then it's just still uneven. Even now, it's just like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? It should never be like this.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
We should still be together. You know what I'm saying? But some things, that I can't really tell the whole public.
And you shouldn't.
Of course.
But certain things happen in a partnership that just can't be, and people won't understand. I don't want to be the only one speaking on someone who's not here. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But I wish him the best in life.
Now, I respect that. Just so you know, I don't know if you even know EFN, but people think that we're blocking. People think.
What?
Yeah. No, I know this.
You know this rumor? Yeah. The rumor is, I don't know if you know this.
And it's not just him. It's a lot of people that people think that about us.
You're saying that he can't come on Drink Champs.
Why?
Like,
I wouldn't. You know what's funny about this, bro?
Did you hear this rumor?
No, I didn't hear it. But I'm
yo,
he needs to be on here.
Yes.
No, we would love to have him on here.
To talk about his life and what our relationship was. Mm-hmm. And, because I don't wish no bad on him. You know what I'm saying? But I just know that our personalities don't mix,
Right.
And I've experienced some growth with myself. I'm on another plateau, and that's it.
And you both deserve to be celebrating this records that you guys created that are timeless classics that are probably one of the best hip hop records ever made.
You know how many years passed by that? This is what hurts me the most is that we don't celebrate our anniversaries.
Yeah, y'all need
for the records that we made that touched people. You know what I'm saying?
Timeless records
That's why I wish for healing for him. You understand what I'm saying? So we can at least have grown men conversations. You know what I mean?
Yo.
And the reason why I asked that, let me just ask that.
No, I'm glad you asked.
Very sensitive about it.
Yeah.
But let me just tell you something. And me and Capone, we actually do speak.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't celebrate our anniversaries neither. And it's just, on me, it might look like it's me.
People gonna say it's you. People gonna say it's him.
Right.
But they really just in a place where they don't know what's going on.
Yes.
And that's why I just let it be, and I don't say nothing. And when you ask me, I'm gonna tell you the real.
Right. Yeah. Because I suffer from the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I think the 25th anniversary of the War Report, and me and Capone
should have been celebrated. Should have been celebrated.
Should have celebrated. I don't remember what it exactly was for my thing, but so for every group, like, you know what I mean. Like I understand. Like I understand your play. Like sometimes it's growth. It's growth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the number one thing.
Yeah,
that's the one thing we kind of.
Right.
I mean, we was young. We was so young when we was like putting out records. Think about when you put out your first record. When you put out your first
17,
record, how
18,
old you
19,
are when you first was DJing, like how old we were. So,
teenage.
like to grow up and like we understand life in different ways. And like I look at my mother, it's people that she grew up with. There's some she connect with still. They lifetime friends, and some are not. But it's still, y'all still share some important moments together that you gotta honor and respect. You know? And I love that y'all doing that.
I love the me and Capone. Excuse me. We're working off. Better than business shit. I like that more. You know what I'm saying? But let me ask you something, because one of the other most biggest arguments on Drink Champs was when we sat Kanye.
I knew, man, we on the same vibe. So you keep saying, I keep saying shit you say. I knew you was about to say something about Kanye. And the Democratic shit that he was talking.
I said, Common, Talib Kweli, and Ye said, Common so fast. And did you see how he reacted? And boy, when I tell you, I know we got to talk about it.
Yeah.
The backpack community was so mad at me for comparing y'all, because they knew that Kanye was gonna pick you. I kid you not, but they're very respectful. The backpack community. They're not foul people.
It's not a real community. Just put that.
Right there.
You making that shit too.
Part of the backpack community.
I get it, but it's not a real
community.
The underground, maybe. Independent, maybe.
Okay. All right. I have to give you that.
It's various.
Right. Conscious, maybe. Like you can put it in all kinds of categories.
Yeah, it can go into all type of names.
When you heard that.
Well, people hit me and was like, just first of all, that interview, obviously y'all did work with that interview, because that shit got everywhere.
We got worked.
The first interview. That's the first.
Oh, the first one. Yeah, that was amazing.
Good. The
second one,
the bad interview.
That's amazing.
Bad interview. We'll talk about that too.
No, but I'm talking about the first one.
The first one.
The first one was great.
The first one was great.
And people hit me and was like, yo, you know, they compare you and Talib, and I was like, you know, I just was like, yo, hey, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I love that Ye said what he said. Talib, my guy,
right? Of course.
And he a dope rapper, of
course.
Dope MC.
Yep.
That's simple as that.
Yep.
But man, you know, to hear from somebody being like, yo, nah. But you know, I gotta also respect that Qua put Ye. Qua had Ye on the tour when me and Gangstar was on. So, but
which I told him in that part. I told him that this is the scene that puts you on.
But he gave his true opinion. So I like when people get a true artistic opinion, I don't take that personal. Like when people come up to me and be like, "Yo, I like you as an actor. I don't like your raps like that." Blah blah blah. Like, and I ain't mad.
Yeah.
I ain't mad because this is art.
Right.
You ain't gotta like if I cook up some food for you and you don't like the food that I cook.
It's subjective.
It's subjective, man. I can't force that on you.
Yeah.
So anyway, when I wasn't, you know, I love that Ye spoke his mind. Obviously, and y'all had him in the right place to speak his mind.
Oh yeah, he right here.
But he was right here. He was right here
In the morning. On Sunday.
But I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be like, I want to be compared to some other MCs beyond the conscious MCs.
Right.
I know y'all probably think of me as Common, the backpack conscious.
Nah,
blah, blah, blah.
I don't think like that.
But
Common is Rakim.
Yeah, I want to be compared. But I'm working on it. I'm working on my craft to be compared. Where you like, oh shit, I heard this Common P Rock album. We got to put him in another stratosphere. like you know, like meaning, yo, I can understand why I got classified with just backpack, but I feel like even from what I've what I've delivered as an artist is different than just backpack. Cause the bitch in you ain't backpack the niggas. Or if I talk about I be talking about fucking bras and certain stuff but I said clever.
Too.
Yeah, I definitely
Stain on the rug.
but that ain't backpack. But I feel like even for Qual, for Mos Def, for any of my family, for any of them, like we get put in a box and it's like, oh, this is all they do. Right. But it's like I always was like, yo, I got more than that, and y'all niggas need to know. But
you felt you were backpack, sorry to cut, but you felt that you was lumped into the backpack?
Oh, for sure, bro.
Because because the thing is that term came up with the Ruckus era. Ruckus brought in that backpack terminology.
N.O.R.E. talked about how he thought I was backpack.
You're pre that. I feel like even this even though you saying some hardcore shit on there.
Yeah, but I'm saying you had to really listen. Like I wasn't reaching some cats that was really understanding. Like, okay, this nigga ain't just a backpack. So,
well, let me ask you. I'm sorry to cut you off.
He ain't just a backpack.
Was even underground considered backpack back then?
Yeah, it was.
I feel like that. I feel like if you wasn't on the radio,
I mean, look, all hip hop was
considered backpack.
It was a movement for a small time.
What is backpack?
But come on, yo, backpack was considered. It was similar conscious a little bit. It was a little.
And really,
because you could be underground. M.O.P. was underground.
And Mobb Deep was underground.
Because all of us, you know who took offense to the backpack terminology? Remember Buckshot Shorty? Because they were. It was a style. It wasn't a sound.
Yeah, it wasn't a sound.
And it wasn't even like a nerd style.
It wasn't a sound.
Everything,
but it wasn't a sound. It wasn't a sound, no. but it wasn't a sound. But think about this. Like at one point, it became like, oh, these backpack rappers, and that was just like, and the category that who fell under that was Mos Def, Talib Kweli, Common,
because you started doing records.
I did doing records, but I'm saying though. The point I'm making is it was like, man, it separated shit. And honestly, the one person I saw that brought it together was Kanye. I remember going to SOBs and seeing that nigga perform, and I saw niggas with backpacks throwing up Rockefeller. They had I was like,
no, he did change it. He changed that whole
he changed the idea.
He changed the definition.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but the underground wasn't the same as backpack. The underground wasn't the same as backpack because M.O.P. was underground.
And Redman, when he first came out, was all talking about underground. I'm the underground. Remember when Redman came out?
Underground was more dirt, like grime and slime.
But most real hip hop that we consider hip hop was underground.
Was more underground. Backpack was more, but Buckshot Shorty and them wore a backpack.
Yeah, but but if you think about it, in terms of hip hop, they were top tier when they came out.
But they wasn't known, even though they wore a backpack, they wasn't known as backpack.
Right.
Like backpack started feeling like a certain thing where it was like
people were trying to say nerdy rap.
It was nerdy, conscious.
I would say conscious more than nerdy.
Conscious, like and like. Oh, we are part of this movement.
Like y'all vegans. Almost like everybody.
And what's crazy, and some of the niggas was never vegans, and some of the niggas, like
and
niggas.
Some of them were gangsters.
And some of the niggas like we all had our nigga shit about us. Some niggas was having a bunch of kids. Some niggas was smacking nigga when you say something to them. And niggas,
some of these conscious rappers were the most gangster motherfuckers I ever met in my life.
So you telling me some of the conscious rappers was eating pork out here?
Yeah, bro.
Most did. Most did. No. We got off that pork.
Like, don't call them Prez. Like, don't think that they. Come on, them
Damn, Prez was some real niggas.
Hardcore, bro.
Bacon and all that at night.
But yo, I only stopped eating pork because of hip hop. That's what's crazy. That's why I say, yo.
KRS was on.
Because of KRS.
I stopped eating beef kind of because of KRS.
Because of KRS. You remember he had a song called Beef?
Yeah.
He had a song called Beef.
And he started eating beef again because of what?
I don't.
That's why I say KRS.
And since I was 14 years old.
You eat a lot of pollo loco.
KRS is up there for me.
Hey.
Beef, what a relief.
So do you.
Teaching us.
Hey man, Sonny told us the story. don't go there.
Is that what you do? You make up stories, bro?
Sonny, what do you mean? Sonny told me a story. You went to the pizzeria and you
let's play Wise Up. Tell them play Wise Up.
No.
Hey, play Wise Up real quick.
It was not vegan pepperoni. It was not vegan pepperoni. Sonny also told the story of Bronze eating shrimp.
Can we connect it to the sound? Ask him, hey, we want to play a joint for y'all.
Let's play a fucking joint.
Let's go.
Come on. Let's play a fucking joint. Come on, turn this into a radio station. Let's go.
We playing hip hop, man.
Let's go.
Y'all hip hop niggas, man.
What's the name of this joint? It's
called Wise Up.
Rise up.
Wise Up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Straight back that way. But you can go through it.
Is it you and Pete?
It's me and Pete.
Okay.
The whole album, me and Pete, see?
Let's go.
Like,
Y'all ain't got it together? Yo.
They gotta connect the ox to the other ox to the.
Oh my God. Oh, by the way, your girl is very nice, man. I like her. And she has no idea. She's a part of one of my favorite movies of all time, Sandy Wexler.
what? You like that movie?
I love that movie. I can tell you anything about
I'm
that
gonna
movie.
tell you like that shit.
I was gonna say it yesterday, but I was like,
She would have been like, what?
Yeah.
You should have said it to her, no?
cause I feel like what's my man name?
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler. I feel like Adam Sandler
He's a
bit
legend.
my joke. Cause I'm like, it's like Jesus and a bird together have a baby, and then he said that, and that like
you should have said that to her. She would have been like, no, you said that shit to me.
because she was so cool, and I just was, Common, we've been really wanting to have you here for a long time.
People thought we was hating on you coming on here.
Thought that
they thought we was not having you on. We're like, nah.
I thought y'all thought, but no, you gotta admit.
And remember, I seen you at Fat Joe's show.
Yeah, I remember Fat Joe. Yeah, I remember that.
There. So when you didn't come on the show, people were like, they thought it was us blocking you from not coming on the show.
No,
so we was receiving mad hate mail from all your fans.
We've been wanting for years.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm so grateful that y'all.
Since day one, you was already an honorary guest in our show.
The fact, because N.O.R.E probably thought I was gonna be a stiff, because he was like, "You gonna drink?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'm drinking." What the fuck you talking about? Yo. Hey.
Yo, Shan sounds so hard.
He does.
You know why this is so dope? It's exactly how you described it.
Yeah.
It's the 90s energy, but
it's right now.
Yeah.
Right fucking now.
We adult men, man. We experienced certain things, so we ain't trying to be like, we 19.
Right.
But the spirit of what we experienced and what we created,
we're young.
It's always in us. And like that music is there.
So it's officially not out yet, right?
No, it ain't out yet. Man, but I can kick rhymes, man. I'm an MC. Let me say, I said.
Oh, let's go. Hold on.
I said, holy ground and pillars, Lord Willers, drug dealers. Monks with keys that gorilla, Chicago illa. Some no dilla, rich cars for fillers. Parents trying to get their kids to 18, so they will us. Youngins is restless. Investments investors. My man ain't from Dallas, but he know where the text is. Hold them. My poker face is golden.
That's the best shit right there.
Hold them. My poker face is golden. Pedigree of a legacy that's stolen. Wise like the old man with food in his bed. And when he cry freedom, it's jewels in his tears. Blues in the beers, outside interferes. A slew for the truth, it's clues in the years. I unruled the fears so that I could get biz. like the diabolical and do the improbable, that anything's possible, ills, but it's logical. Touched by black angels so you can feel the molecule.
Woo. Damn.
Yeah.
Take you back to, you said you grown men. You're not 19 no more.
Yeah.
How old were you when you did this album?
I was 19. I was 19 when I did the kind of
So a lot. that style, that flow style that you have on there when you was doing where did that come from, and when did you say I'm not doing that no more?
Yo, it was all influence. It was influences of Tribe, the leaders of the new school, Charlie Brown. Just me thinking about James Brown, all like just trying to think of something that was creative and free.
To be uniquely you.
To be uniquely me.
Right.
And it sounded too close to what was going on, so I started to develop my own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why probably people didn't respond to that album, because Charlie Brown had already did the all that shit. You know, he did that, so I just did. So I was like, that ain't unique.
So you think it wasn't unique? You think it wasn't received as unique, your style there?
No, it wasn't received as unique.
No?
I think what was unique was that I was from Chicago and I was talking Chicago shit. But the style, some of the styles was unique, but not that high-pitched shit. That shit wasn't unique because Charlie Brown had did it.
Okay.
And like, you know, I got to give it up for that. Like, I ain't gonna like that was one of the influences.
Right.
So, but eventually, like, I listen to young dudes sometimes, and I'll be like, I can tell you listen to J. Cole. I can tell you listen.
Right.
I can tell you, but then you eventually hear like, oh, you start to develop into your own.
Right.
Yeah. So, and that's all of us. Yeah.
That's how we all came.
That's how we all came. So that I hadn't developed yet, and that's why I think, you know.
So when you finally feel like you dropped that, did you drop Sense off of Common Sense?
Well, that was just because I was getting sued by these niggas that was in California.
Really? I didn't know. What happened?
These niggas had the name Common Sense. They was a reggae band. It was a black, white Chinese man.
The niggas got picked up and downgraded.
But he said every nationality right now. Black, white, Chinese, everybody. Everybody killer.
We just picked them up 2 minutes ago. Okay. Yeah, I'm fucking with you.
And they was reggae.
Wow.
And I was like, what the fuck, y'all suing me? I ain't had no good lawyers.
Right.
So they came out like, yo, we suing your ass for the name Common Sense.
Oh,
and I was like, what? I just cause I used to love it. Just come out. I had a quote from Biggie. You remember we used to get quotes from other artists?
Yeah.
They'd be like, yo, he's dope. Biggie said, yo, I wish he was from Brooklyn. I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. And as soon as I came out and how I used to love it, and it was the first time I met Nas, and I remember the exact words Nas said to me. He said, keep doing what you're doing. And I was like, damn, that's Nas. Like, cause you know, it's Nas.
Right.
And I was like, listen, but I was like, man, I'm trying to establish myself as an MC and unique.
Right.
Wow.
And be like, so, you know, when I got certain respect from different people, that's when y'all talked about something, and I was like, damn, I remember moving to New York, and that changed my life.
You lived in
was
New
talking
York?
about, I moved to New York from Chicago in like 98. And when you talked about 98, that year meant something to me, because it was like the time I moved to New York. I remember Pete came to the video we did with Lauryn Hill. And it was like, I was around some of my peers or people that I looked up to, not just my peers, but that's how I was able to start connecting on different things, like just being around, like being available, like, because being in Chicago, niggas, you out of sight, you out of mind.
Yeah. Right.
But if I'm like, oh, Pete, what's up? I'm gonna come to the studio too. Pete might be like, yo, I want you on this song with N.O.R.E. and Big Pun.
And Big Pun.
Come on, bro.
Yo,
When I think about that shit, that shit means something to my spirit, bro.
To my spirit.
For real, bro.
To my spirit.
Yeah.
Look, when I seen you yesterday, and then I watched everything, because you gotta realize I seen you at the Knicks game, and he's literally where, you know, this is my favorite camera guy / hater. Only in sports. Only in sports. Only when it comes to sports.
Yeah.
But you were literally like right where he was sitting at. And then it was so crazy because I'm like, yo, I did a record with me, Common, and Pun. And I'm going to interview Common and Pete Rock,
the nigga
tomorrow.
Who produced it? Right.
Who's that?
And then Joe is saying, you see Common over there? You want me to hook y'all up? And I'm like, I'm already hooked up.
I connected.
But I'm like, wait a minute. Joe is Pun.
Right. Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Just think about it. So I'm like, holy shit. That's why everyone's looking like, yo, you was nervous. I was like, I wasn't nervous at all. I was just looking at God work. God was working yesterday. So I was just like, you know what?
I'm gonna get out of here.
Let me just let God work. Like, I was like,
Hey,
and I'm looking at you. I'm sorry, because I know you got to say something, and I'm gonna let you say it. But I'm looking at you, and then this morning, I see Chris Atlas, who is
Chris Atlas, bro.
one of the motherfucking loyalist, realest
chief in this
people in this motherfucking game.
Yeah.
He deserves his flowers.
Yeah, man.
I'm so mad.
Let's get it. Chris,
So mad.
We would have gotten
That y'all didn't say that Chris Atlas was coming here.
Cornerstone days.
Yeah, man.
Well,
I got all those motherfucking
yo,
mixtapes.
De La Soul days.
Yes,
G.
yes.
That motherfucker. And when I was mad at Tommy Boy, he held me down. He was like, I'm mad at Tommy Boy too. Lord, chill. But I really appreciate you two brothers, man.
Thank you, man.
I really appreciate you two brothers taking your time out to be pause with each other.
Yep.
And without, because you got to say pause.
Yeah.
You really don't have to, really.
We wrong.
Hey, go without saying sometimes.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Because I love hip hop, man.
So do I.
I really love hip hop.
Yes.
I wanna always salute hip hop. And when I know you two brothers did this album, and we got personally sent a link. I told you I'm a bootleg ass shit.
Do it.
I'm fucking with you. Just for one day. Yeah, it's gonna go viral like a motherfucker.
Yo, I'm telling you, it sounds great.
Yo, let me just tell you something. And we do this all the time.
Yeah.
Like people, even Alicia Keys does her album early.
Yeah.
And our management did comment on hers.
Yeah.
But this is the first time they sent it and it was like, yo, did y'all listen? Because this is hip fucking hot that you made. And Common, I wanna, give it to you because I'm giving it to both of y'all. But what I'm saying is,
you can give it to him.
what I'm saying is, you could have been like, yo, Pete, let me make a pop record or let me do this. And no, it's exactly what you guys said. It's 90s now.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
90s now. That's a good way of saying it. 90s now.
90s now.
90s now.
Oh, I feel like I killed that.
You killed that, bro.
Thank you for that. You just
90s
gave
now.
us that. 90s now.
90s now.
Because we needed someone that heard it to tell it too.
Yes.
So thank you.
Nah,
Yes,
it's ill. It's dope, man.
Oh, it's so. And by the way, like I said, I was playing around by saying I'm bootlegging it.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, we all heard it and was like, what the fuck? Like this shit is. I appreciate y'all for not forgetting, but then still remembering.
Yeah.
I don't know if that made sense, but what I'm saying is, it's exactly what you said. It's not then. It's then energy.
Yeah.
The energy.
But it's now moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We took the
Everything is new to now, but you bring in that energy from back then.
We could take the messages of Martin and Malcolm, but it's now that's happening,
now.
and we need a leader now.
Yo, we can't live in the past.
No, you can't live in the past.
No more out here. It's the youngins now. That we have to reintroduce ourselves to these youngins, and so it's important that I make music this way that they can relate to also. But still gives us that feel that we miss. Like,
But,
you know what I'm saying?
But the truth is, like, the purity of what P-Rock creates is like, it fills a space that like we don't get in hip hop a lot. And when I hear the music and I'm like, damn, this sample, but it's like, man, this don't have an age to it. When I was listening to Michael Jackson, I wasn't thinking about like he 25 years
right.
old. Or when I was listening to Stevie Wonder, Hotter Than July was the first Stevie. That was the first album I owned.
Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder.
You think he can see?
Yeah, he can
A lot of people think. A lot of people think.
You heard him?
A lot of people think he
You gotta
can
see.
Sing.
No, see.
Oh no, see.
No,
They saying
no,
he can see a little.
Nah, a lot of people say he can see.
No, let me
You
tell
just
you.
said it. Illuminati gonna say yes.
No. Tell Illuminati.
Why you bringing
Fuck
Illuminati?
off. Illuminati. Tell Illuminati to get the fuck out of here. Yo, I'm gonna tell you, I sat across from Stevie Wonder, and I'm telling y'all this for real. We was eating lunch. It was just me and him, and I'm sitting there like, and we was in the studio, and it was just talk, and it was just lunch. And I saw him using certain things to operate. And I was like, he can't see. He can't see.
Okay.
And I was sitting there, first of all, like, damn, I'm sitting here with Stevie Wonder. This is me and Stevie Wonder. But I also was like, I heard those rumors, like Stevie Wonder could see, but he, not one moment did he do something that made me feel like he could see. Like, the man can't see.
All right, so
like,
you said you had lunch with him, just you and him.
Well, we heard
Just me and him.
Well, how did he eat then if he can't see? Like, how did he get
You can feel, can't you feel what food is? Nigga, you hungry, you can't feel what food is?
That was a fucked up question. Yes.
Yo, nigga, you can feel it.
And I feel like he plays off that
You can't see
idea.
the
He does
pussy. You
shit.
can't feel it.
Yep.
But it was Shaq who said he went in the elevator.
And I think it was the Isley brothers. Or
Isley brothers
said that
Isley
they saw
brothers
walk
said
across
they
a busy
walk
street.
the street.
Yeah.
It's on. I promise you, we'll send you the links.
I don't know. Don't quote me if it was the Isley brothers, but somebody here
it was
said
the
it.
Isley
Somebody said he was driving too.
And then Shaq said he got in the elevator with him, and he said, "What's up, Big Diesel?" And he knew,
But he might
have smelled him. It's very true.
Yeah.
Or someone might have told him he's coming into the elevator. He might know that people think that, so he gonna play more jokes on people.
I want Stevie Wonder on Drink Champs, so I go like this to him.
Yeah.
And I want to see if he gonna go. I got you, nigga. Like, I want to feel that.
You gotta get Stevie.
Stevie Wonder here to say, you ain't take your shot.
You ain't taking.
You want to do that?
No, now you wrong. No, that was wrong.
I think he'll do it. I think he'll do it.
Yes. Yo, listen, Common, P-Rock, I know you guys gotta go.
Yeah.
This has been so much of a pleasure.
Oh, man.
We start this show to give people their flowers. I can't stand our culture when they say that you've been here 10 years and you're washed up. There's no washed up in rock and roll.
Yeah.
There's no washed up in heavy metal.
Yeah.
Mick Jagger is 900 years old.
Yeah.
Nigga out here doing cocaine 100 miles a minute and touring.
Speak on it, God. Speak on it, God.
What the fuck we can't do the same shit?
Speak on it,
I mean,
God.
we ain't got to do cocaine and shit like that. What I'm trying to tell y'all is, it's real. Like, our culture has to continue to celebrate us.
Yeah, bro.
This shit is whack
Yeah.
when we don't.
Yeah.
It takes nothing from me, EFN, our crew. Our crew loves what the fuck we do.
Yep.
We love you brothers. We
Thank
love,
you.
we want and not just that record that y'all gave us. Give us more. We'll we'll continue to promote this shit. We'll continue. This is y'all platform, and we want you to know that always. You know what I'm saying? I really want you to know that I know that you brothers are hip hop.
Yeah.
I know that you
doubt.
represent hip hop.
Yes.
I trust both of you.
Got to.
With hip hop.
I mean a lot.
I trust both of you.
Thank you.
So I want to tell the audience
Yes.
how much I trust both of you and how much we are honored that you guys came here and I don't know if this is your first interview, but please.
I've been here with Premier. You remember?
No, I'm talking about together.
Me and him together.
Yeah. Don't go to the Breakfast Club. Stay here. Just stay here.
He's saying in general for y'all.
Just stay here.
Our first interview.
That's our first interview on Drink Champs.
Okay. After we drop the promo, then you go somewhere else. I got you. I'll tell you where to go. But stay here.
We always will.
We're greedy. We're greedy because we love you.
Yes, sir.
Look, this is
sir.
my business partner. This is my brother.
Yes.
And look what he has presented.
Yeah.
He has went. And by the way, this is real albums. He ain't go buy them yesterday. This is the original.
I'm not stopping your wisdom.
Please.
I ain't cutting your wisdom.
You can cut my wisdom. You the only nigga.
I ain't cutting your wisdom.
Go ahead.
But anytime I see Common Sense on a project, Common Sense.
Yeah.
That mean that DJ, that artist went and got that shit original. I had to change my name to Common. Yeah. So Common Sense mean he got that shit when it
came out.
That's right. So I'm just super grateful.
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
Hey, me and Pete, man, we grateful to be on here with y'all, man, because this is our home. This is where we supposed to be.
Absolutely your home.
This is what we about. This is. And I've been waiting to be on Drink Champs.
Yes, I've been waiting for you to be.
Shouted you out on that.
Yes.
I say.
Don't tell me. Can I get a remix?
Shit.
You
ain't hear that shit?
No.
You gotta hear it.
Don't tell me. I ain't hear that yet.
You gotta hear the shit.
It's on the joints that we got.
It's on Everything's So Grand.
Everything's So Grand.
And I got a couple verses left. I got
you, bro. I gave you N.O.R.E.
All right, chill. Don't tell me.
I ain't gonna say what I said.
Stop. You take a shot, motherfucker.
Take a shot, motherfucker. Salud.
But thank y'all so much, and we got this, man.
And I need y'all to sign these motherfuckers.
Hold on. And we wrapping it up at this, but can you shout out every item that you have?
Yeah.
Bro, listen to me. Resurrection, Sold by the Pound to me is a game changer.
Yeah.
This is a game-changing record.
Yeah, hold it up.
Relax, motherfuckers, yo. Come on, man.
We're on a television show. I don't know if you know.
Used to Love It came out after this, right?
Yeah.
I Used to Love It, right?
Yeah.
But to me, this is a game changer for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you feel the same way?
I used to Love It came out before, but I'm sorry, but
I don't think it
was
did.
a game changer.
Yeah.
It was a game changer for me.
Sold by the Pound still had your old flow on it.
Yeah, it did. But Used to Love It came out before that because it was on the album. But that, regardless of that, the fact you got the fucking Common Sense
But this
album.
remix, this Sold by the Pound remix is a game changer.
It's real
It's
ill.
a game changer, man.
Thank you.
It's a game changer. And listen, we already know about.
But keep going. You ain't go to that one.
Which one?
The one that's under it.
Nah, Resurrection?
Okay, yes.
Off the chain.
Okay.
Come on, man.
He got Large Pro
That's
on
actually-
it.
Professor
He got
did
Large
that.
Pro on it.
And that actually the sample from Resurrection is the same album I took World Is Yours from.
Yes.
Okay? So that's the ill history we bounce off each other all the time. Me and this nigga right here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And listen, the album, to me, I took it out because you were about to sign it, but you said that this is the flow and all. We love this album. I love this album. This album was dope to me because me, born in LA, raised in Miami, I'm listening to hip hop from all over the nation.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And to me, this was dope coming out of Chicago. I wanted to hear what was coming out of Chicago. And you came out with a certain flow, and it was dope to me. So I love that joint.
Go ahead, Ian. Go ahead. Keep going. That's what I like. Let's go. I love
You already know what this is.
Come on, bro.
Listen, I don't think this is just a classic for hip hop. This is a classic for just music in general.
For real. Yeah.
When this record comes on, even if you weren't around when this record came out, you can't help to feel such a special record.
Yeah. I worked on that hard.
Such a special record, man.
So y'all can feel it, man.
And then to be honest with you, then followed up by Straighten It Out.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. Oh, man.
Straighten It Out. Yo. Everybody wanted to straighten the fuck out.
Yo,
everybody.
Actually, straighten it out. Yeah, I've been trying.
Yes, sir.
And your solo?
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. Words, man.
You did what I, as a mixtape DJ, because I grew up as a mixtape DJ, I just wanted to create a masterpiece like this.
Oh my God!
And you was doing it, man.
Thank
this
you,
is
man.
incredible what
Thank
you
you,
did
man.
right here.
You should be proud too, bro.
Yo, I'm on that joint, right? Yeah,
He got people on here. You did coast to coast. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mixed them together.
You brought everybody together, man. It was amazing. So that was a big inspiration, man.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah. And I brought a little extra something because, you know, when the labels was sending the EFN drops, I had to show, man, you gonna sign this too, dog.
I got you, G. I got you.
That's an original too. That's crazy.
Yes.
And I have more to that, but I just brought these joints,
That's
man.
what's up.
I got so much more.
That's what's up.
Once
Thank you,
again,
bro.
what day the album dropping?
It's dropping in July 12th.
Yep.
July 12th.
Yep.
We gonna promote this.
Yes.
We're gonna put our monkey foot in the front of
Thank
the
you,
fucking
bro.
forecast. We're gonna make sure that they do it. And I'm actually trying to sneak on the album because you know you can do that. You can do that now.
You can update the album.
Yeah, you can update the album.
Update the album.
Send me a joint. I'm like, all right, cool.
P-Rock's like,
got
fuck
you.
technology. Fuck it.
Fuck technology. No, that is good. Technology.
No, he's like, oh shit. No, we want to get on. Everyone want to get on now.
Listen, man, because I mean, I honestly, I just really want to support this.
Okay. Thank you, bro.
You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Conscious
This
Sundays.
one I want to tell you to relax.
Yeah.
But no, I really, brothers, thank y'all so much, man.
Thank you.
I
Yep.
appreciate y'all.
Yep.
I appreciate y'all coming together. And I appreciate y'all keeping the hip hop.
Yep.
And I appreciate
And shit, making
y'all
it to
coming
Drink
see
Champs,
us.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Thank
That
you
is
guys, man.
That's the first stop.
That's beautiful, man.
Appreciate y'all, man.
We're gonna continue. Like I said, we're gonna support this. We're gonna make sure, and we're gonna keep hip hop alive together.
Of course.
Together.
We gotta get in the
Together.
studio
I
again.
got. Oh yeah. Oh, you know I'm scared to death of you people.
You ain't gotta
in the
be.
studio.
You ain't
Well,
gotta
we
be.
did vitamins.
No,
Remember we did.
You know what?
We did another joint. Vitamins.
I know I got beats that you. I know I got.
Let's go. Let's go.
I know I
And by the way, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is our head director, but you his uncle.
Oh, let's
I know that's like a little racist. You know what I'm saying? But tell him, look, I'm looking like